Washi gonna find Bolu, but does get hit markers by Jez. Going up against, they're now all tied up 1-1. Theo is going to get taken down by Jez. You can now see Jez pushing up towards the B flag. Rocket at 35 round. We have Vague pushing up incredibly far, but this should be a free kill for Theo, sure enough. With the push from the backside, finds Jez.
Licença, Tocinha! Pofo! Botão no cofrinho do Ibis! Pofo pra cima do Belzinho! Double pofo do craque! Faz clique aí, meu chat! Você tá no YouTube, faz o clique da jogada! Tomara tá!
Um som, morto.
Vou cravar esquerda, vou cravar cima, crava esquerda, crava esquerda.
Tem um, só tem ar. Vai ter mais um.
Aí tem que botar essa
Pode ver agora, calma, segura aqui, pega.
Sub-Zero perdendo o cano. Nossa!
And we've got two players left to deal with. FN 420. Oh my god, Lucky, what the hell was that? Count them out. Can't do it. Lucky is Dark Wizard. You're the only hope here, Dark Wizard. Oh my god, we've got a 2v5 that is a reality. Lydia looking for the shots. Lydia's gonna round the corner. Lydia finds one. Lydia just needs to find Lucky. Doesn't happen. We're going to another round. The most at the moment finds another one. Just an absolute demon. A quick list in with the side of Nova. Dave going in.
People see. There is one A now.
Marvel misses one, but doesn't miss twice.
Out. Oh my. Chris, he's all one. More. Where you at, homie? I know you're in a difficult sniper in this area, but right now you're a sniper. It ain't even close. Lucky. Get headshot. Costco, slip the slope. Get it too, homie. We got a 1v1.
Oh my goodness, Iona! Bro, watch.
Extend was left alive. Now it's Iona looking to make this.
Yo, this girl's dirty! Aggressively push up to this degree. Lydia's able to find one. Artem, Misa coming through. What's that? Is that the Kilo? Whoa! Artemisa, the Damascus Kilo. Ooh, Chels. Finds one, is looking for two, but Artemisa. Yo, this girl kind of nuts with the Kilo, bro.
Yo, how are you?
I have been. Found herself on that Sparrow shot, but the Angels do maintain this P3. Oh, brick stuff! Well, it was looking good for a minute there, Verdict, at the beginning of this round, but it has quickly gone in favor. I think you're right on the money. The arrow can push that up, finds two in the feed to start things off. Those double kills are worth a ton of points, let alone.
and welcome back for Mobile Mayhem playoffs. Finally playoffs, day 1, right? I'm actually very excited. The season is almost done, and it didn't felt like a season, you know, but I'm just saying, it wasn't that long, okay? But you guys know, you're used already to seeing me here. I'm Diana, if you didn't know. I'm your host as per usual, and I'm here with my favorite 2 co-casters, Verdict and Day, who are probably looking absolutely amazing as always, because these guys are rocking everything so good, and I'm just like so jealous every single time, because I can't see them in real time, right? But I'm gonna see them in delay in a couple of seconds, right? But how are you, Day?
I am doing all right. I appreciate the kind words, even though I literally just throw on a clean shirt before broadcast every day. Glad Verdict got a laugh out of that.
Yeah, just a little bit. At least it's a clean shirt. I mean, you could have just said a shirt, and then you just got us wondering, is that shirt clean?
What do I look like to you?
Is that shirt really clean? I'm starting to get on to you, brother.
Yeah.
I'm waiting now to see.
All
I'm
right.
just at
Fair
the.
enough.
I'm at the seasonal trailer, so I am not sure yet. I'm gonna judge after. You know? Oh, I can see it. Yeah, I like the shirt. Okay, but yeah, how are you, Verdict?
I've seen better days. I am under a little bit of a sinus infection, but we're gonna power on through it. It's playoffs day number 1. We got some pretty healthy teams in here for some healthy competition, and EU may not be at its very best right now, but we're going to see it all the way through. So, how about you, Deanna? How was your day been? How was your weekend?
My weekend was actually very nice. I've been watching a very nice, series recommended by Day. I'm actually kind of obsessed with it. And then today I was working, but it was very boring at work, so I was playing some COD and so on. So overall, I'm excited for EU. You know, I missed EU. And the DQs, and the forfeits, and the drama, and everything, you know. Overall, anything besides the gameplay, you know. No, I'm sorry.
Dang.
I'm sorry.
No, you're not, you liar.
I'm not. I don't know. I just like feel like roasting you know. Like I don't know. The amount of time they roasted me during like this 1 year, I just come back right now and I really want to roast them as they deserve. But yeah.
As they deserve, man. We're not holding back today.
I'm sorry.
Oh, goodness.
I hope the teams will not hold back and they will be as strong as I am right now, you know? Because like some of them, they were like kind of falling. But yeah, can you go over the standings if we were talking about falling teams, Verdict?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Right now, we're taking a look at a dominant Kings run here. We didn't see them very much, but when we did, they were in final form. 135 points is where they sit. They will finish this regular season in first place. Exclusive right there alongside with 105 and closing it out in a number 2 spot. Mont coming through with, I can't tell if that is 60 or 80 points. I don't think it matters though, but they are sitting in 3rd. Lux is turning with 50 as well. No, that's actually 60. I think it's a 3-way tie, but the head-to-head goes to Mont. T-Mobility was 60 as well. Typhoon out of the equation, as well as Animus and 117, who did not complete the season.
Yeah. Well, teams did not complete the season. I'm sad about Animus, I'm sad about 117 and other teams that are not like playing anymore. But can you go over the schedule of the first day of playoffs?
The first day that we have for you guys here are going to be starting off once again spectating some Lux Eterna gameplay. They're going to be going up against Team Mobility, and well, Lux, they had a bit of a struggle at the end of the week last week. We'll have to see if they can come through a little bit stronger against their opponents today, because the winner of that matchup is going to be going up head-to-head against Kings during our second game, and for Game 3, we will have Exclusive going up against Mont.
What is the game that do you think is gonna be the highlight of tonight, Day?
We don't have one. No, if anything, it'll be Exclusive versus Mont, but I don't expect that one to be a difficult match either.
Okay. I'm looking forward to see this. How about you, Verdict? What do you think?
I think I definitely got to agree with Day on that one. If there is one, it's got to be the Exclusive and Mont matchup. A lot of like rivalry between those two. Exclusive got the cut to the playoffs in EU Stage 4. Mont just on the outskirts of it. So you're looking at an Exclusive team who, barely made the thread or made the cut, And then on top of that, they made the most out of it. They are looking the absolute best that they have ever looked. And then they've also got 2 new recent additions added to their portfolio of pretty stunning stars as well, too. So I'm excited to see how they pan out. Obviously, they're still working the Kings out on that roster. Love to see them work it out on Mont here tonight.
To like, say it like that. Last time when I saw Mont, it didn't really look very, very good, especially in that S&D. So I'm not sure if I can agree with this statement, right? I'm pretty sure we're gonna see a lot in Kings. But I feel like after what I saw from Mont, and again guys, I don't have anything with anyone, I'm joking, but like I don't have anything with anyone. The performance was a little bit like, I don't know, on an edge, like I saw during stage 4 a strong Mont team, right? And then coming into like Friday's game, it was like, what's happening? Like how? Like, I'm just like so in a way, not disappointed, but like I was expecting more. But yeah, if you guys missed Lux Eterna, don't forget the first game is gonna be Lux Eterna versus Team Mobility. And Verdict, do you have any predictions?
Prediction-wise, I don't know. I do know that it's going to be a best of 3, and based off the best of 3s that we've seen so far, I don't know if I could see this one going the distance. I think out of the 3 matches that Lux Eterna had Friday, they were only able to snag 5 points, and they didn't even win that map. So there's certainly a lot of, doubt if they're going to perform or not. TMGG, they look pretty stout, and I could definitely see them inning this in a 2-0. It's all about execution for them.
Okay, talking about the 3 best of 3, I'm gonna go over the maps. As you can see already on the screen, we're gonna start with the first game. It's gonna be a Hardpoint on Arsenal, followed by an S&D on Express. And if you're gonna get the third game, it's gonna be a Control on Standoff. I'm excited. We see Arsenal, we see Express, there is nothing that can go wrong. Well, there always can be a DQ because it's you, but we can just hope these days. We can just hope.
Hey, anything's bound to happen. We'll take a look at the bracket too, because we didn't get a chance to touch on that, but it will break down what is going to be happening throughout this playoffs. Day 1, we're going to have 3 matches, as we already mentioned. Lux Eterna and Mobility, they're going to be the round 1, and it is going to be a best of 3. Winner of that moves on to face off against Kings, as we've already previously mentioned, and it will be in a best of 5 format. Both second and third game or matches of tonight will be best of 5. As a matter of fact, I believe everything is best of 5 moving forward from that round 1. Loser of round 1 will move down to the lower bracket and have a run to still make a chance at finals. So definitely, a lot of hope in the air for some of these teams who probably wouldn't get here without having like a, how do I say it, a Mickey Mouse of a season. I don't mean that disrespectfully, but let's be real. This is about as low of a bar that has been set for EU since I've been casting EU. So it can only come from my mouth to say something like that and then not be just complete, I don't know, catastrophe or disaster. Let's be real. It just hasn't been a regular Mobile Mayhem season. And some of these teams made the cut just because they played.
Yes. It is like something that I didn't saw. Like I've been here for like 1 year now. And I feel like as long as we go further, like the past 1 year, it became worse and worse inside of EU with the DQs, with like teams not showing up, with like, it was always something with EU, so yeah, this season was actually terrible, and we need to like give a lot of credit to admins that they can actually hold them together, because it's like, I would not be able to be honest. That's a lot of stress, to play, to like take care of the team, to like be there, to make sure that we gotta have like teams playing. It's just like so hard, and I feel like the admin team is actually doing a great job holding this EU somehow together, because like them, they are not trying to hold together, so yeah, it is. But both teams are here, you guys are ready. I'm gonna be back after this first matchup and talk a little bit about EU, more EU things.
Alrighty. EU Tings with Deanna. She's going to be joining us back here in a moment. We're going to get geared up for game number 1. As you can see on the screen, that is not an error. Day is not feeling that well. He hopefully should return here momentarily, but we are not going to hold up the gameplay. Everybody came. Tickets have been already cashed in. We are ready to go. I saw some VIPs in attendance too. Is that the real Beef Mother? Can someone in chat let me know if that is absolutely Beef Mommy or not. If not, I'll have to strip the rolls, but that is certainly one of the VIPs of this Call of Duty mobile scene. Love to see them coming through and shredding stuff. Hope you enjoy the show. Right now, game number 1 coming up on a silver platter. TMGG or Lux Eterna. If you haven't made your bets yet, now's the time. Best of 3 format starts us off here on the Hardpoint on Arsenal. Let's see if these teams can cause a ruckus, or will we see Lux go out silently like we did on Friday? Everyone's good to go, ready to rock here in P number 1, and it is going to be a little bit of a sprint. TMGG are going to be able to have the advantage off the rip to get there, so they are going to be able to cash in a few points, but Lux steadily there to clean off the objective, and it does look like we've got a scrappy P1 to start us off. All right, Day's still a little out of pocket. That's quite all right. While he's getting his stuff together, we will continue on with the action as well as the commentary. So, 10-8, 25 seconds left to go. TMGG racking up some kills as well as Lux, but the hill time is going to be split for the time being. Lux going to be able to take a little bit of an advantage. Mix looking pretty hot today with the shots. The HVK up close and personal with it at a distance. Not necessarily going to hit the way he needed to. Nonetheless, his team is going to be able to clear the objective off. 25-8 is that score line. And now we're banking on Legacy to get a few transitional kills over to that P2 site, as it is going to pop open here in about 7 seconds. And if you look at the mini-map, 3 players already scurrying over from Lux. This is free game for them, as they're going to open up the advantage and continue on with the lead. All right, 15 seconds into the objective. A little bit of contest going to come through. It is going to be Nutella going to be able to clean out 1, but up top is Joe still trying to hold down the fort there. And with him being in that position, you've got a little bit of doubt. Nutella knows he's going to have to clear it out. And, well, it's very unfortunate that Switchblade doesn't have unlimited ammo. If it did, he might have stood a chance. But nonetheless, he is going to get taken down. So TMG in a little bit of a panic. We'll see if they can regain and regroup over towards the P3 rotation, because this P2 is just about done, as Mara is going to be able to clear out 1 more, but Wavy there to grief Legacy on the trades for days, and it is rotational bound. We are Team G in a little bit of a slump. Let's see if they can turn it around. We're going to go ahead and jump in for listen-ins. Let's see how they do here on this P3 early rotation.
There is green, guys.
One X, yeah.
Two from
One garden. Don't peek it, don't peek it.
Watch out your backside, watch out your backside.
I'm flashing it. Don't peek it, Christy.
There might be
Pushing me. Wait, backside.
He's dead.
One more top,
it's one,
security.
Lobby weak, lobby 1 shot.
Oh, he's low on lobby side, he's low on lobby side. I used one claw. I spawn out.
I'm
He's
pushing
dead on
through
trees.
lobby.
Push up from lobby.
You, Nutella, in front you.
They're spawning trees, we have spawned him. One on you, Maro. We have
One on point, nice.
Go hill.
There, one in there.
Go next, come next, Chrissy, come next, Chrissy.
Okay.
He's lobby.
2 steps.
Go on you.
Lobby 1 shot dead. Push point. One more side. 3 on side, 3 on
Go for next,
help me. Cut them off rotation.
Coffee. Guys, be careful, yellow.
Yeah.
All right, you heard the comms there. Kill them off rotation. They're going to go ahead and bank on a new one, as this artillery's set to open up here in a moment. So far, so good here for the side of Lux. As a matter of fact, this might have been the best we've seen them play Hardpoint to date. I know they had a little bit of a mishap on Friday. Had it like really close going into the last set of hills, but just couldn't close it out right now. They've got a 20-point lead. They've been able to maintain it. I think this P4 is going to be the determining factor of who's going to be back in control of this game, Dave.
Yeah, definitely looking like it right now, as we do have Team Mobility making a large comeback, but Nutella pulls out the Purifier and immediately gets dropped. That's a big operator that just got burned out. Now, as things continue to roll on, Verdict, we have a bit of a spree coming through out of the side of Lux, despite Team Mobility maintaining a large chunk of this hill. Wavy made it on in, but gets dropped by Nutella. Joe gonna find the cleanup on 2, but kills himself with the Sparrow in the trade. And that's gonna lead us with only a 5-point lead for Team Mobility as we get ready to go into new.
Yep, there we go. Last set of, our last rotation on this map. It's a huge one, and certainly someone's about to get paid big. It is going to be players in blue. Making Luxaturna onto the objective. Joe right next to Mix. Angles are being covered inside of the break room. It is about to go down. Two on the outskirts. Mix just absolutely having his way, and Secret just doing, I mean, godsend to perimeter work. He is going to get taken down, but Wavy and Joe find to return. You got to love the map control for the time being if you're a Lux fan. If you are the side of TMGG, you're going to have to find a way to get into this objective at some point. Rather sooner than later. We'll see how it happens now. It's 30 seconds left to go. No signs of any kind of entry here. Nobody can even make it inside of cover. They are getting gunned. Left, right, front, and center. Absolutely bodied off of the objective. And with Joe dropping 23 so far, making 24 as I did just catch that last one. He's got streaks. He's looking to earn the EMP, but he does have a Pretty to work with as well, too. So a little bit of a stealth lead running through. Luxaturna completely in the driver's seat for the first set of hills as they are going to be up by 40 rolling into the reset.
Hunter killer drone deployed. Hardpoint.
All right, guys, just for the people that are asking real quick, we do have a visual bug on the emulator. I know a lot of people are asking about the red dot sites, and it is unfortunately not something that we can fix on the fly. It happens on random.
Yep.
And kind of stays throughout the match. So we'll see as we continue to roll on what's going to happen here. Wavy, just not having good purifier use out of either team so far this game, Verdict. It has been a disaster after a disaster for the purifier users. But either way, Lux, we were expecting them to come through and struggle in this matchup, but that has not been the case, at least not for the Hardpoint. Actually looking quite solid, almost doubling up the score of their opponents. And let me tell you, Joe is a big factor for this team right now. He's top fragging for the lobby, as well as has a Predator missile in pocket, and has honestly made great use of the Sparrow as well throughout his rotations. So as a result, you got this 163 to 89 lead.
Oh, you're absolutely right. Right now, looking pretty solid for Lux. To see if they can close it out. We're going to go ahead and dive in for a quick listen as Wavy's got the top side of the platform. Let's see how those comms sound for the boys in blue. Luxaturna listening.
L. 3L, top 3. L.
Muerto, otro más, está un tiro. Uno,
Nice, two top. Inside.
Se tocó. Bueno.
Go new.
Todos, porque si no entramos, loco.
Adelante.
Ayúdame, Yuso, porque es complicado,
I'm gonna hold gun side, I'm gonna hold plant side. No todos.
Yo contigo, ya está.
Hay dos, sí, aquí. Ascensor, te vienen dos, yo. Tres, te van tres. Okay.
No, verga, sí. Spawn behind. Verga, sí estaba expansión.
Control room dead.
One shot. Adelante, yo.
A tu izquierda, tipo.
No, dos son escaleras. Oh, two inside and one stairs, two inside.
Oh, wait.
All right, comms right there. As a little bit of a panic and early rotation made over for this P3 site. He's going to go in vain. Look at this. TMG battling it back in the trenches. They're going to get the back lines as those spawns flip. It's so devastating. You can already hear it in their voice, bro. They're not panicking just yet, but they know what's up for grabs. And this one's starting to get a little bit out of hands on the comeback. TMGG are going to be able to do it if they are able to secure the rest of this potential scrap time. With that being said, it is going to be on the opposite side of the map where another early rotation is going to be made. Luxaturna still in control with the lead, but only by a slight margin. 175 to 173, Dave.
Well, definitely resulting in a very, very close matchup. It was looking like Lux maybe had found their ground and were starting to push ahead, but things quickly turn back into the favor of TM and GG. Mobility coming through. And this is a little bit of what I expect. I mean, I was saying before the broadcast today that I was certainly expecting Team Mobility to probably come through and win this one fairly uncontested, but that has not been the case. We have had a hell of a fight out of the side of Lux, who, you know, came into the season a little bit behind and took a little bit of time at really getting their grasp, but you can see that they have been putting in the work. 210 on the board, 40 points to go. If you're a Lux fan, they definitely have themselves a lead. They definitely have themselves an ability to win this one. But as the trickle does run out and in Mobility's favor, they will once again start closing that gap, Verdict.
Yeah.
We're up for another hill.
Yeah, we are up for another hill, and this is where things could get devastating. If you remember the P5 from last set of hills, I don't think a single point was awarded to Team GG. I don't even think they got a chance to contest. This is definitely going to be a test. Few kills going back and forth. Mario going to be able to find a key. HBC, hello. They've been able to get inside. Let's see if they can get the break. Mix trying to hold down the fort. Wavy right there for artillery support. He's going to get traded out. Nobody on the hill for the time being. It is Lux, who do have the outskirts perimeter up, but it's Joe, the last hope, as the break does finally come through, and this is the best P5 we've seen out of them. 25 seconds needed to close this one out. It is going to be Legacy who's going to be able to break on through the front, and he's got a full clip left. 55 bullets of that claw is going to go to waste. And what could have been a game-changing operator is going to go to a somewhat waste. The good thing there for TMGG is, though, Lux can't win on this hill.
Yeah, I mean, you're definitely right, especially with time dwindling away and Team Mobility keep finding the energy and the drive to come through and slow this game down. They've now only given their opponents 17 points on that last hill. They've caught themselves up to a 14-point deficit. So either team can win on this hill. A P1 can absolutely be difficult, though, and we'll have to see how it's going to work out. Looks like we are getting some operators popped with HBC. Going ahead and rocking that War Machine. Joe getting harvested on his way in. Legacy going to be good for 3 in the feed. Team Mobility have brought it back and have themselves a lead, Verdict. 15 points to go. Secret going to trade himself out, but the break is good. This one's coming down to the wire.
Oh, it is. This is a juicy one. We didn't think too much of it just based off of Lux's performance in the past, but hey, we'll forget it if they can. Big Gunny's coming through for Diego as he gets traded out. Secret on the outskirts as well as Wavy trying to get some time in. 8 seconds is all they need to close it out. The contest is still here. It's Mari. Have they done it? They can't win it off here, and certainly it is going to be a P2 bound. We are. You can taste victory if you are a Lux fan, but on the opposite side, I'm pretty sure they can feel it as well. We're tied. Roll it over to the P2 site. Who's going to get there first? 2 seconds before the hill opens, it is surrounded in a sea of yellow. Nobody on the hill as of yet, but it is TMGG with the early advantage. Here comes the Purifier. We didn't see much out of it earlier, but it's done the job. This is it. The last stand. They are just purified to hell in a 250 to 244 victory. Coming through. When we thought Lux had sold it out, think again, buddy. TMGG falls short of a comeback. Lux Eterna snagging game number 1 on a big Puri rotation towards that P2 site.
What a game to have come through here in the launch of our day, man. Team Mobility certainly had to be the favorites to win this, especially with the likes of, you know, Nutella, Greasy Gracie, Mare, HBC, Legacy all being on this lineup. This is a team absolutely stacked of veterans to the Mobile Mayhem scene, and they're going up against a fairly heavy rookie lineup. And, well, let me tell you, Lux came through looking strong. 40 kills for Wavy, definitely a big reason why the team was able to get to where they were at, but I don't want to discredit Joe either. Joe, specifically in the first half of the game, did absolutely so much to keep this Lux team ahead. And, you know, it's reflected pretty heavily in the scoreboard. Not only going to be very close to that top frag number being on 38-31, also came through with a whopping minute 44 on the hill, just shy of Nutella's 147 for Mobility.
There we go. Well, okay. Veteran roster, Cell in the bag there against a rookie one on a rookie map. That's right. I mean, this is an old map, but it's a new map to COD Mobile. And I've got to say, TMGG, just coming up shy. I felt like Lux played it better from beginning to end. They were always in the driver's seat at the beginning. They built a substantial lead and then kind of lost focus towards the end. So regained it just in the right time to prevent that comeback from coming through. It's 250 to 244 game number 1. This is the playoffs here for Mobile Mayhem. And we're starting to get some playoff action out of this Lux roster because let me tell you, they didn't win a single map on Friday and they played 3 matches, okay? They might have been awarded 5 points, but that was on the backs of a DQ, baby. Glad to see them coming out the gate swinging. Wavy, just an absolute monster towards the end. Did everything that was needed. So we are going to buckle up, gear up for a little bit of a train ride over towards the Express Bullet Train. Day, this one, based off what we've seen out of Lux, they have every bit of advantage to close us out to 2-0. They have not, like, they've looked great on Search and Destroy in some instances. They haven't looked too consistent, but I felt like they look better than TMGG in that hardpoint, and I feel like that is kind of gonna carry them to victory here in the Surge as well.
Yeah, I certainly understand where you're getting at as well. With their Search and Destroy has looked both good and inconsistent, so I'm totally on the same page with you there. And yeah, I gotta say, you're right. You know, sometimes they come through and they look like they are a force to be reckoned with in Search. And other times they come through, granted against maybe some more difficult competition, and they certainly have their struggle. So we'll see as things do roll out into this game. Obviously, as you mentioned, we are going to be on Express. I think I played this map so much back in the Black Ops 2 days that my brain actually was like processing in the train sound.
Yeah,
and I literally just the other day realized that the train has never had sound in COD Mobile.
No, it's never had sound in COD Mobile.
Yeah.
But you feel the shake, though. I'll tell you that. You feel the shake.
Yeah, it definitely shakes the screen, but I feel like I can remember the sound playing in my head. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, absolutely. We're going to see if we can hear that train sound in our heads yet again over and over again here in this Search and Destroy, because I do believe the train is set on this map to run at least twice if it does go that far, and it's on a periodic scheme. I think it's like 90 seconds into the round, and if it does extend that last 15 seconds, it starts to run as well. So you'd have to play the round completely on through, wait till that plant comes through at the last second in order to get that second train to come through. But it is accordingly, time scheduled, and it's not like a flight. It's not going to be delayed. It will 100% be there almost every time. We'll see if it comes through and docks for us to hop on and check out the action, as we are going to go ahead and get geared up for it. Is Express game number 2. Lux Eterna up 1-0. Let's see what they can do with the lead.
All right, well, we'll see as things continue to roll on. Obviously, we had the thought that Mobility probably comes in and wins 2-0. With them not being able to shut out that hard point, I have major concerns for the side of Mobility here, because the sniper lineup on the side of Lux has been fairly solid. We'll have to see if they're going to have a pop-off performance here or not. Obviously, in the past, we've seen Secret, we've seen Wavy pop off in their own ways. We've seen Joe as well today coming through with some great performances. And it does look like he's going to be good for 1 with the Bison there, but the follow-up from Nutella is good. Secret with the trade, Greasy Gracie with the refrag. And now Mix going to be last alive in a 1v2 up against Mare and Greasy Gracie.
Ooh.
Oh, that's
a little bit of a
land.
side swindler right there. And I'm talking about the skin as well as this man who was just trying to run, but he can't hide here in this one. It is only a few little places he could have gone after he got spotted. Surely enough, he's not the fastest kid alive there in this one. So, first round in, Greasy Gracie, slippery as all get out, found a 2-piece that shut down Diego, who has single-handedly been one of the best snipers here for Lux. Mix trying to get on board as well, too. So, a little bit of a curveball being thrown off the rip. This B-side push, not quite there just yet. Waving through. They're going to play it a little contemporary. The HBC going to make them pay big there. Mix going to be able to be good for the trade. So, 1 for 1 in, 20 seconds into the round. Let's see what Lux can do.
All right, well, things continue to roll First point on the board for the side of Team Mobility, obviously, as you mentioned, with Gracie coming through with a big 2-piece. This time around, it's a 1-for-1 trade. You've got Nutella down, you've got Secret down as well. Don't think Mix got a sight line there, but he is going to be coming up into Mari's vision. There's going to be the shot. Nobody on head glitch in mid, but either way, it's now a 4 versus 3 advantage in Lux. They need to capitalize on this one. As you mentioned, that train coming through at about 90 seconds, going to be heading your way soon. And we've got a plant getting ready to come through as well. Legacy might be able to get some information. Oh. I think he has, but he has had to back off as well.
Yep, there it goes. Bombs down. Great utilization of the map control. Diego going to be able to find one. HBC, though, is going to be able to find the first. Here comes a 2v3 retake. Joe's up top. He ain't missing. HBC now the last hope. FFAR in hand. Hey, let me tell you, chat, this is not Warzone Season 3, Episode number 1, or Warzone 1, Season number 3, with the FFAR meta coming through. It doesn't hit like it used to. It's not a freight train. It's not a bullet train. It ain't a zippity fast shooter. It is certainly great in some instances, but it's certainly not going to rip somebody off a heady like that. HBC gets taken down. We got trades for days off the rip. Nope, just making 2 in favor of the team of Lux. They're going to be able to find 3 in the mix. Secret going to be able to take down Legacy. This one's starting to unfold, not look good. Mari trying to reel it back for himself. TMGG already off to a bad start, but Nutella being able to find one more there, giving him a little bit of hope. So 2v3, bomb yet to go down just yet. It is making its way over towards that B site. Nutella, though, on the flip side, going to be able to take down Secret, and this is going to make it interesting. 2v2 retake. Nutella, Mari, Joe, Wavy. They've got 35 seconds to defend the site.
All right, well, we'll obviously see as things continue to roll on right now. The 2v2 in a great position, but Mari going to get the rotation from behind, takes down Joe, and now here comes Wavy. Doesn't matter, the shot from Mari is good. That's going to save Nutella, and that is going to get the bomb defuse crystal clean for the side of Team Mobility in that second round take for themselves, as they now lead 2-1 over their opponents. And gotta say, it's not a ton of people that we see are able to bring the Rytech to the table and make it look good, but Mari's been landing these shots.
Mari's something different, bro. Oh, there we go. Go ahead and slow peek it. Diego will see you next round. Definitely will be one. 2-1 lead in favor of TMG. They got a 1-player advantage as well. Start off the round, and defense looking solid. Over towards the B site is secure, but A certainly look like it might be compromised. Here comes the hit from Wavy. He's going to be able to shut down Legacy, but it is Nutella who takes down Joe in the midst of all that. Player advantage now dead even as HBC is going to be dropped. Nutella's on the trail, but it has gone cold. It is going to be Secret who's going to be able to reposition and get out of sight. So, bomb's made its way over towards the A site. Nobody here to shut down this rotation. Gracie certainly has a little bit of a positioning, but this gunny is certainly not the one you want to take at this range, as he is forced to reload. Mix gonna get shut down, though, in the midst of all that. Holy hell. Do not push this man, Gracie. He is slippery, and his aim is immaculate up close. Wavy says, I'll test it. Gets dusted. All down to Secret in a 1v2.
Oh, man. Keeps coming down to these very, very close rounds, and you can see Mari last alive once again here for the side of Team Mobility. He's up against Secret. They've both got 5 on the board, but Mari's been able to clutch up big for Team Mobility in the 2 rounds that they've been able to win. So, kind of looks like he has an idea. He sees the, hopefully at least sees the barricades went down, and that's going to be some train action coming. The bomb has been picked up now by Secret. Mari on the rotation here. This could be close, coming down to the wire. There it is. He's got the information. GG Team Mobility, or at least good round.
Well played. Well regrouped.
I mean,
well calculated. Mari, hey, Mari, just absolutely him. I don't know who gave him the information that was bombed down right there on that site. Certainly, it might have been Gracie. Good communication. You could tell it paid off. Mari just lingered in the area. He's also going to be looking for that first blood. However, Legacy is going to be able to find his first, and that is huge. And he secured this A site single-handedly. On the flip side of things, you've got B lockdown. There's nowhere to go. Nutella also putting the pinch on you. And they're going to look for some more action. Wavy. Man, there's got to be some kind of comms right there. HBC right here for reinforcements. Mix. Going to be able to take down one. Legacy, though, quickly there to trade him out. Now it's down to Joe. 1v4 technically, as he did take down 1v4. We spectated them, but it's HBC as soon as we did, shutting them down. So, 4-1. Pretty solid defensive strategies coming through for TMGG. And Lux, they have been dead in the water for the past 3 rounds. They have not looked like the team that we needed them to be. As a matter of fact, they have yet to even, like, remotely come close. It's come down to 1v1s, but it looks like just TMGG has played it significantly better.
That does seem to be the case here, Verdict, and as a result, they've got themselves a pretty large lead, and this kind of falls back into what we were talking about with Lux before, where they have seemingly performed better in Search and Destroy, but there are other times where we have just seen them look like they are not practiced and not ready for it. So we'll see. Maybe it's just the map, with Express being a little bit newer in the mix. So we'll have to see, but Secret gonna get absolutely shredded. Mari has looked so good with this Rytech. We believe they're possibly about to lose out on Deke here. The jump shot out of Mari, not gonna land. So much going on. Joe good for 1. HBC with the trade. Time running out, and that is gonna be it as the kill comes through for Wavy. Finally get a second point on the board, and now we'll be switching sides.
Yeah, there we go. Quick plant over towards the A site. Panned out perfectly. You get the post plant. Just absolutely immaculate. And they did that so quickly, by the time Team GG realized it, and they were just funneled right into some bullets. We'll flip sides now as the attacks finally come through. The strats finally came through on that last round, but it does look like Team GG going to take a note out of the playbook. They're going to be hitting over towards this A side as well. Maybe not as quick. 20 seconds into the round, they've already got security on towards the bomb site. Bomb plant is going to go down. And we're going to see a clean 5v5 retake. Pending Nutella doesn't take anybody out in the mix. Actually, it's going to be Legacy and Mari, and the Gunnies are looking. What is this class, bro? Legacy. What is this Fiddick, man? He's got an ACOG, homie. And I feel disgusted and interested at the same time. I don't know if that's possible.
All right, well, you have a 5-2 lead as Team Mobility continue to just run right through the competition. Verdict. I mean, this is after the great performance we saw in Lux in round 1, especially. This is not what I was expecting for this matchup. I was starting to really think Lux had a big opportunity to maybe grab a 2-0 victory here. Keep in mind, the winner of this matchup has to go up against Kings in our next match. That is certainly not going to be an easy one. And, well, there it is. Wavy and Mix coming through with some big kills, making it a 3-for-2 overall trade. Now with Diego taking down HBC, he's going to find Nutella as well. Third round now comes through for the side of Lux. Have the tides turn now that Lux are on the defense.
Okay. Certainly look like the case there. Maybe just don't push that B site if you're TMGG, because that was not a pretty one. You lost 3 in the in the midst of just getting towards the site, and that ain't the way you want to go out now, as they're going to be approaching the top side of the terminal. Be looking for a different entrance, but it might be the same result. Mix going to be able to shut down 1. HBC there quickly able to trade, but the hit it's being read now to a T, and Secret got one side, looking for the pinch for somebody to come through. It's Wavy. He is being sent on a route, looking for maybe the exit out of this site. And surely they've got timing there for Joe, who's got this A site locked down as well. This might be a dead water situation. Let's see if the Gunnies can come out prevailing here for TMGG. As a minute and 11 on the clock. They've got to make a motion towards sight. Well, with Mari making picks like that, as well as HBC, might be finding a way out of this one.
Yeah, they just might be. This has been a intense game, and it's looking like TMGG obviously going to answer back with a big round here. You have one alive in Diego, but I just don't see a 1v4 retake happening. Ooh, Mari looks away, but Diego taking some shots, not going to get anything, and that's going to be Mari getting kill, I believe, number 8 on the board there. Number 11, I don't know where I was on 8. My goodness. I knew he was up there. Yeah. He's been making this Rytech look easy. You've also got HBC coming through on 10 kills as well, which is absolutely huge. And as a result, we've got a massive lead in favor of Team Mobility right now. Looking like we might get a Game 3 coming our way, Verdict. All right, well, just as we say that, it's going to be Lux answering back quickly. Get a round number 4 on the board for themselves. 2 more to get us some overtime action here. Maybe send us into a 2-0 victory for this team, but gotta not make any mistakes here, Verdict. It is down to the wire. Maybe we lost Verdict here for a moment. That's fine. We'll keep on carrying through. Mix, great rotation going to be coming up behind Mari. It's going to be a free kill pickup. Secret able to find 2 as well. And just like that, the 2v5 is down to a 2v1 as Mix and Secret come through with double kills apiece. It's going to leave Nutella last alive, and I believe Bomb is confirmed down by Secret as well. This should give Lux a big opportunity to win this round as well.
Oh, my bad about that, guys. My mom showed up, and yeah, I had picked up her prescription earlier, and she came by just to pick it up, and I completely had lost track of time. Nonetheless, we're on the trails right here. Nutella, brutal trigger discipline. Nonetheless, Mix is going to get taken down. Still hopes you to close this one out. Secret says absolutely not. Live to fight another round. And a 6-5. Victory kept to a minimum right here. Lux still scrapping it out here. Begging for some overtime. They've got to earn it on this last round. What could be their last in the search or destroy if they do not. We'll see if the defense can prevail. 11 kills on board for Secret. He gets to clutch their last round. But Mari has been the talk of town here in this search or destroy. Legacy, you're the one with that god-awful Fennec class, man. What is this? What is this, bro? And they're trying to swarm the top side of mid. Oh, man, Main is not looking good at all.
Yeah,
oh, wavy.
Definitely.
Bro. What?
You know, if ever we needed to win a gunfight, Wavy, it might have been that one there to help your team get this OT. Does look like Mari's going to find a free one onto Joe as well. That's a little bit unfortunate for the side of Lux, but at least they've still got Mix and Secret on the board. 4v3 bomb plant is here. 40 seconds left on the clock. Mari does not see the 2 players rotating behind him. Oh, he does drop down. He gets a hit marker on Mix, and that's going to make it a 3v3. This retake looking a little bit more doable, but look where Diego is. Oh.
Such a big kill for Nutella. That might do it. That might be it. Secret's the last hope. He is one shot. There goes Legacy. There goes overtime. It's done. A 7-5 victory coming through. We got a tie game heading into the control. Winner moves on to face off against Kings, and nobody wants to go out without a fight. Love to see it. Again, this is not a one-and-done scenario. If one of these teams loses, which one of them are, they are certainly going to have to fight it out in the lower bracket. Obviously, they might be both fighting in the lower bracket coming up against Kings next. But, hey, you know what? We don't want to count our chickens before they hatch. A lot of controversy going on, and if you check Twitter, you already know that Kings roster did have to drop their 6-man in very unfortunate circumstances. So we'll take a look at the post-action report. 11 kills on board for HBC, 12 for Mari, just continuing to dot those shots. 8 for Nutella, 9 for Legacy, 7 for Greasy Gracie, 11 apiece for Secret and Mix, 6 apiece from Wavy and Joe. Wavy, you've got to be able to preserve your life a little better. If you've got the top side main control, they can't kill you from the bottom side unless you hop into their lap, bro. That's how that position works.
Kind of true, man. All right, well, Big game for Mobility. Going to get us a game 3 on the board. We are going to be heading on to our control, and the winner is going to go on to face off against Kings, as you mentioned. It not only had to say goodbye to their 6-man, but maybe losing out on a coach too could be a little bit unfortunate for their future strategy development. So we'll see how that's going to affect their play later. I certainly think Kings is a strong enough team, regardless of those 2 factors, to take down either Mobility or Lux. But honestly, Lux again came in late to the season. They were the new kids on the block. I think this entire roster, for the most part, minus maybe one, is rookies. So for them to be able to come up against a team like Team Mobility, and not even by DQ, but by actually coming through and just flat out winning the Hardpoint, have got us a game 3. They're able to come through and even just win this series. That would be a huge milestone for Lux as a team, and a great start to competitive.
You're absolutely right. We'll see if they can get the job done. Team Mobility, they say they're not out of it just yet. We've had close games so far. 250 to 244 was the score there in the Hardpoint Arsenal in favor of Lux. And then you just watched the Express Search and Destroy, which resulted in not an overtime performance, but yet in regular time 7-5 victory. So both narrow margins of victory for both teams so far. Is it going to be just as close in that control standoff? We'll have to find out now. A few optimizations for the map itself there for control itself, but I don't know how that's going to pan out in a map like Standoff. Do they rotate the spawns there for it as well? Well, I guess we're just going to have to find out. I haven't seen too much of Standoff control since the update. We did get to see Raid, and it was lovely. I haven't seen Crossroad Strike since it either, so we'll love to see some of those maps be played out. I'm glad we're getting to see Standoff here firsthand experience.
I definitely got to agree with you there. So as soon as we get everything switched up on our end and get all these players ready, we'll get you guys into the game as soon as possible. Verdict, do want to ask you, what is your prediction now, having seen Team Mobility and Team Lux in both the Hardpoint and the Search and Destroy, as we'll be moving into Control, which has gotten even more optimization now and is a fair balance of the 2 game modes?
I don't know. I don't know if I can make an accurate prediction because, you know, from what we've seen in the past, this map seems to be very defensive oriented at times, and that could come into factor with ticks of progress being, you know, the first priority to who is going to receive that defending side round, 5th round. The overtime. But
and if you want it.
Yeah, exactly. Like, if you want it, we saw how Kings played the Raid the other day. They played it so strategical. It was certainly one of the, one of the better played maps we've seen in Control to date, because they calculated the kills perfectly. They didn't capture that first objective, and that kind of just like lingered on into their performance in that 5th round on the attacking side, which they did not. Nobody, for that matter, won a single defensive round of that series. So we'll have to see how it pans out. I think if the gunnies are hot for Lux, I think they might be able to take down TMGG here.
Well, I guess we will see as things continue to roll. It does look like we might be ready to get into the action. I see all of our players almost readied up. And we do have our Control on Standoff started. Now, this is one of the few maps that the offense can truly have an advantage. You're going to want to get that A first for the time extension. Obviously, you can't give up too many lives in that search. But once you get into B, as long as your team maintains control over the middle of the map, that street control, you should be in a really good spot for an offensive capture. But here we go. Our game underway. Verdict. I think you're right. I think this one's hard to predict. I'm still going to lean with Mobility just because they have that experience. But either way, I have been very impressed by Lux recently.
Okay, we'll see what we can do. TMGG, you're giving them the favor. I think I might have to roll with you on this one. Lux, if the gunnies are hot, certainly could give you a little bit of a downfall. Let's see. Legacy already in the middle of the map. 3 in the feed for the team. Only 1 in response there. Joe going to be able to find 1, but his mix going to get dropped out yet again. Legacy all over this B objective. Heady play to a T. Secret gets doused with some Phoenix shots. And this is trouble early on. The pressure already being felt. And this is a one-man crew and Legacy, who found 4 before he went. Diego finally going to be able to shut him down. And finally, some help there from the defending side. Lux finding a massive amount of kills to finally even this up a little bit. But that first take of progress was solidified. B already 1 in, and 1 in on the A side as well. Team GG knocking on a very quick defensive or attacking hit for both flags.
All right, well, some big kills coming through. 2 ticks of progress on A. Even got a tick onto the B site as well. And, excuse me, been able to keep our lives in a good position as well. A is going to be lost. That's a capture for the side of Team Mobility. They now have a 2-life lead. Now they've got to try to make this B cap happen as well. They had 1 player in the hill, but they got collapsed on, and you can see it right now. We do have Lexi and Gracie making a backside flank right now, trying to keep their opponents from getting into the hill. Honestly, we have more information than Team Mobility, but man, they had 3 in position to dive that hill, and they sent in 1 at a time and got fried.
Got toasted. A good thing for them, their defending site counterparts not necessarily putting up the best work here in the first round. 5 bodies are left on the left-hand side of your screen. Make it 4 as Utella just absolutely cans and egos that one. He is going to be sent back to the spawn himself, but it's down to 3. Not a lot of hope here as Diego's now the last man. He is just, hey, just give it away for free. I like it. No preservation of life. No opportunity to get that second tick of progress. I don't know if that was solidified or not, but we'll have to go back and rewatch it. Nonetheless, if you continue to win on the attacking side and win the defending rounds, you don't have to worry about that round 5.
Yeah, you are absolutely right. And due to lives, it is going to be a TMG win off the start. Man, excuse me. Feeling a little bit under the weather today. I do apologize for that, but either way, a big opportunity now for Mobility to come through and put their foot down. If they can win the defending round here, they're very likely in a good position to just close things out. Got a 2-life lead right now as kills continue to trade. Operators do look like they're getting popped as well. We have the claw out for Legacy. Gonna be good for 1, good for 2.
Nope.
Gets jebaited there.
Jebaited, but Mari, what is you on, bro? He's not missing. I don't know how I've missed this. And certainly, as soon as I do swoop over to his point of view, bro gets shut down. There goes the Preddy he's earned. Hello. Somebody's in Delhi, and now they're not. And Nutella going to be able to find a nade shot there as well. 11-17. Defense just steamrolling so far. The lives in yellow looking pretty solid as they have a 7-kill lead, as well as no ticks of progress to worry about. That first one not going to be through all the way in, and Mari going to be looking for more of a rampage himself. 7 seconds left to go on this round. It is a disaster here for Lux as they've been granted a 3rd game. The backs will not be able to shut down this Search and Destroy, and my God, they do not look like they stand a chance at the moment.
Definitely not looking good with being 2 rounds down early on. That shows that Team Mobility have been able to win on the offense as well as the defense. And, well, now might be our last little bit of opportunity to try to get a listen in with these teams here, Verdict. Do you want to jump in with Team Mobility here?
Yeah, let's go ahead and jump in and see how the defending round sounds for them.
One top ready.
He's dead.
That's keep the play. Hold back.
I'm gonna weak. I'm injured.
Brother, can you that? I can't.
Put it, granny. I can weak. Nice. I'm gonna push back Ali to kind of spawn trap.
Broken that.
Yes.
Nice, use yours. We ended here. Fuck it. I got bottom. Never mind.
Don't mark it. Or broken, I think. I stay you.
Touch you dead.
Don't mark it. Don't mark it one shot. He's got flag jacket, bro. 1 bomb gunning.
This one dead.
Watch your back, Ali. I'm gonna flash
What?
He's the right side.
One shot.
Dead. One he's broken, one broken.
Come on, we have 8 kills left.
Come on, take one more on the farm.
Hit that. Don't put a spawn trap.
What the fuck? Top gray, I mean. Pussy.
Top gun is dead. Top gun is dead.
Farm one shot. Oh, that is gonna leave some one time.
Top broken. No, boxer.
Farm dead. One more farm. He's in barn. This is GG's.
Farm dead.
All right, you heard it. That's it. That's a GG. Team Mobility. TMGG to be exact. 2 lives to 17. Make it 1. Is everyone leaving the lobby? Actually, there's 2 lives left. What? Lux. They've been warned once. No worries. No cares. Not a bit. Not a little bit of hope there for this 2v17. Boxing gloves out for Nutella. Secret's still alive, bro. What happened? I guess everyone leaving the lobby just kind of set the control wires on fire. Good God, what a blowout. It was a massacre, Dave.
Yeah, I mean, I feel a little bad after we talked so good about Lux today that a couple of the players did display some poor sportsmanship there, but you know, what are you gonna do about it? You can't make them stay,
news.
so.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah, so Team Mobility come through, took them 3 games. I thought it was only going to take them 2, but you know what? That just goes to show how strong that Lux roster had truly become, even being the rookies of the season. And well, as a result, you get a 3-0 victory here in Control. Absolutely uncontrolled gameplay there in Control. So, big kill lead. Obviously, you had a couple players dip early, but you know, that's going to be Team Mobility going up next against Kings.
There we go. Well, they've got their ticket. They're cashed it in. They are going to be heading to the big show to face off against the #1 ranked team in all of EU, the Kings. They've got their crown and it's polished. We're going to head back to speak with the Queen, though. It is going to be Deanna joining us back for some action. Talk to us. That one was close at first. They had us in the first half, but the reverse sweep came through in the best of 3. Luxaturna falling shy. Team Mobility taking the victory.
Yes, I was about to give a big speech about how Luxaturna actually impressed me, and how they actually did so good in the hardpoint, and the fact that, like, you know, comparing what they did on Friday and how they came and played today, I was just like very impressed. But then, you know, the S&D was close too. That was something that I enjoyed watching as well. But then the Control, you know, losing and then leaving the lobby, it wasn't very nice in my opinion, you know. It's like, yeah, we did saw in the past, you know, teams actually, you know, getting, you know, like these 3-0'd in Control, but I'm not sure they left the lobby. But anyways, we just started with a very close hardpoint, 250 to 244. That was absolutely amazing, and I didn't thought Lux had it in it to go against a team of veterans, right? As you guys mentioned it a couple of times during the matchup, right? There are lots of players like Legacy, Nutella, Murray, HBC, Gracie, who were always like, who were here. They were playing most of the seasons. Maybe not in the same roster, but in different rosters, so they already know how to play. And then there's Luxaturna, with most of the players are, I think, rookies, beside Wavy, who was playing before. So yeah, they actually did very good. Wavy actually dropped in 40 kills, and also Joby 38. Now in the S&D, they were like very close. It was always that 1v2 at the end, 1v3, you know. And the clutch is on the side of actually Team Mobility. Even if they kept it very close, it was a very good express map for them. And then for the Control, you know, I was a little bit scared when I saw Murray with the right deck, right? But he was performing so good, and they actually managed to win in a 3-0 fashion. So yeah, the only downfall, and something that I like, you know, want to mention, is that the fact that the players keep leaving the lobbies and skipping the kill camps is not very nice, but hopefully in the future they will fix it and they will not be pissed because of that. But overall,
I mean, they did it Friday like multiple times.
Yeah, and they did it today too, so yeah. But yeah, well, this was our first matchup. Okay, we're gonna take a short break because we're gonna have 2 best-of-5 games. Okay, if you wanna watch actually Kings playing, you need to wait a little bit. We're gonna be back for a short break. After a short break, we're gonna hear a word from our sponsor, Code Mobile, and we're gonna be back. Bye. and welcome back. We did had a longer break than usual because we needed to have the matchments, but we are back. We are here for the second matchup of tonight. That's gonna be actually Kings versus Team Mobility, and as you or maybe you don't know, Team Mobility actually won earlier against Lux Eterna. And if you by any chance missed that matchup and you actually want to watch it again, you can go over the YouTube Mayhem YouTube channel and you can actually check it there later on because we're just gonna upload it. But as I said, Match 2 Kings versus Team Mobility, and this is gonna be a best of 5. We will have another best of 5 after this one. But talking about this one, any predictions going into this second matchup?
Yeah, that Kings absolutely come through and dominate their opponents. And I don't know if any of you have the in-game chat on, but that was pretty hilarious. I truly hope Verdict didn't.
I didn't. Damn it. What did it say?
Someone wants a oh yeah out of Verdict.
Oh. Yeah, that ain't happening, bro. I got a sinus infection, man. You're lucky that I'm even speaking right now. If it was Marvel, I'll give him one.
It was probably Marvel.
I didn't hurt him though. I feel bad now. Cause like I was scared Nutella gonna sing, so I'm sure.
He's not even in the lobby right now.
Yeah, he is.
It's the previous game.
Nutella's in the lobby?
Oh, I thought we were talking about Marvel still. My bad.
No.
Yeah, well.
I said about Nutella.
EU is pretty dirty, so I tend to just mute in-game chat for obvious reasons.
Yeah. So yeah.
Fair enough.
Verdict, what are your predictions for this match?
I think it's going to take us longer to get into this series than the actual series is going to take. I think this is going to be a speed run. I think it's going to be a 3-0, and I don't think it's going to be close.
Like our Control Friday.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Yeah.
And hell, even today, the Control we saw today was... Good God. We took longer to jump into it than the actual game took to play out.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. But I'm actually excited to see someone and having best of 5 is always, you know, good opportunity of seeing Control. So I'm actually gonna go over the maps, right? We're gonna start with Hardpoint on Hacienda because we missed Hacienda. We didn't have like Friday 4 maps of Hacienda one after each other, or at least 3. I'm joking. Okay, followed by an S&D on Tunisia. The third game is gonna be a Control on Standoff, and because we have a best of 5, we're gonna have a third game as well, right? As I said, if we're gonna go further in the fourth game, it's gonna be a Hardpoint on Takeoff, and if we're gonna go further, well, it's gonna be an S&D on Firing Range. So yeah, I'm looking into it. Guys, I will not hold you more because the teams are here, players are ready to play, and I'm ready to see a speed run of this best of 5. So have luck casting.
Alrighty, let's see how much blood's gonna be spilled on this one. We got 5 Kings, and we got 5 players for TMGG. This one is certainly going to be a smackdown. I'd anticipate, if I were just to draw the score lines for this series, I would say it's going to be a negative, or a 250 to less than 50 in this hardpoint, a 7 to at the very most 1 in the Search and Destroy, and the Control is going to be a flat-out 3-0. I'm not gassing Kings up. I'm just really not looking forward to seeing this one play out in less than 3 games, and more than 3 games. Let's just be real. Kings dominated in EU Stage 4. The finals at the very least, the playoffs. The open play, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, chat, it was all mapped out, it was all planned out, right? Like, there was no shot that Kings didn't come in as the strongest team in EU, even after having a subpar, like, regular open play.
Yeah, I mean, Kings have been at the top of the food chain all year so far, for the most part. I mean, you had a couple instances where you had some other teams really kind of show their best, but when it came down to the raw consistency factor, Kings have been at the top of the top for the entire year. So it is hard to argue with that kind of stat line. It is hard to say anybody else has a real chance at winning versus Kings. Obviously they do. We have other teams that are very strong as well. We had Animus, we have obviously Exclusive, 117 Not Found, all teams that came through and at some point or another proved that the Kings could be toppled, right?
Yep.
But in this matchup with Mobility, I genuinely don't think Mobility at their best defeat Kings at their worst.
I'm gonna be honest with you, this might even be like an uncontested 3P. I know it's a Mickey Mouse championship here in Mobile Mayhem, considering the season that we've had, but it's a championship nonetheless that Kings can, you know, put on their display and their resume for some lucky org out there that's going to be able to inherit one of the best teams that are competing in Stage 5, one of the most well-rounded. I know EU doesn't have a lot of high hopes to be represented in Stage 5, but if it's going to be a team, it's got to be this one right here. And yeah, that's a shameless plug. Pick my boys up, man. They deserve it. They've earned it. They have fought tooth and nail. They have been through adversity. They're going through a lot of it right now, and they need a good place to call home going forward. So only 3 months left, or 4 months rather. Actually, it's 4 months to the date. I think it's around this time that we will see Stage 5 play out. It happened around this time last year, so we'd assume it's about 4 months out. It's about damn time this team gets some recognition and, you know, some kind of security moving into that season.
Does seem like a fairly reasonable claim, so we'll see as things continue to roll on here what's going to happen tonight. Obviously, Kings got to be the fan favorites, got to be the favorites to have in 3, and I think we're just waiting on one player to get ready, and we'll get you guys into the action. Man, let me tell you, Kings should be able to make a statement here. They should not only be here defending their title as the best of Europe, they should be coming through and showing that they've even improved on that.
Okay. Well, here it goes. We'll see the wrath of the Kings here coming through in this game. Number 1, Hardpoint. Starting out first to 250 as we already know it. Hills, they rotate. These players know exactly where they're going to go. We know exactly where P1 is, too. It's going to be out in the open, the courtyard, where Kings only fit to be playing. Let's see what they can do. Team GG, you got a tall task ahead of you. Are you man enough for the job? Are you player enough for the job? We'll find out. It's a little bit of chaos going through in the beginning of it. Up top, you've got Marvel. He is holding the lanes down, and he has been flawless on the shots. And the trigger finger just absolutely beaming. Marvel starting off with a nasty 4 spree, making a 5 combo. And TMGG already off into the little bit of the slumps.
All right, well, this is kind of what we expect between these two teams, but we'll see what's going to happen as soon as things continue here. Mari is looking for 1, but Marvel's right there for the refrag. HBC is going to hop the corner, though, and take him down. And we finally get a couple points on the board for the side of Team Mobility, but look at the loss there out of Kings. They give up the P1 almost entirely. It looks like they sent just Grizz to try to make that sweep, and the rest of the team, they're setting up for new, and unfortunately for a raid. I think he's rotating right into the Lion's Den right now.
Yeah.
He's going to fight 1 on Legacy.
Oh, my.
Ain't no way!
Yeah. Well,
Mari.
I mean, hey, you said unfortunately for him, he's sweeping right into the Lion's Den. Well, guess what, homie? This is the lion of the lobby. We already know what's going on. This Kings roster is held together by some tremendous talent, and none other than the rookie and Raid. If you heard what Zim said on the spawn the first episode back, he spoke very highly of this young man, and he's certainly delivering. Marvel, I mean, he is certainly an old head to the scene, but man, I tell you what, he looks young with the gunny with it. And certainly he has found double digits early on. Right now, it's a massive lead off the rip here for Kings. P2 finally going to be broken. But Inferno says, hold my cup verdict. I got an HVK and a dream, but the dream's going to fall shy of the 3-piece and the clean sweep. As Team GG are going to be able to get a little bit of time. So a little bit of certainty of, you know, a little bit of a scrappy one here going on. Even though Kings held a majority of these points, it has not been for free. This is a Team GG roster that is putting their foot down whenever they can.
All right, well, this is Kings coming through with about a 55-point lead as our P3 is getting ready to open up. You can see the early rotation out of the boys here, but Greasy Gracie's good for 3 as he comes through with an extra 1 onto Raid. Finally going to be shut down by Spy, but the Hill maintains control safely for the side of Kings. Spy looking for more. He's going to find 1. He's going to find 2 to round off the 4-piece. I mean, goodness, Spy is here and taking names and kicking some ass along with Marvel. 15 kills and 13 kills respectively for the 2.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yo, they said they're here to kick ass and chew bubblegum. Well, they're out of bubblegum. Right now, they are kicking some ass as well. 108 and counting, 15 seconds left to go. P4 rotations are to be made here from Inferno and Grizz. Grizz got the shots with the hopper. My God, it'll knock you out of your seat. Whoa! Holy hell! It's something different right there. The 3-piece is going to be shut down, though, as the spree comes to an end. He was on a little bit of a rampage. This is a tyrant that you don't want on the opposite side of the lobby. And TMGG trying to keep the damage to a minimum right now. They've delivered more than I anticipated. 40 points already on the board. Rotation over to P4, not necessarily there. They have been late to the party for a majority of these rotations. Let's see if they can profit on a late break, though, as first 10 seconds in, Mari's doing everything he can. He's going to be able to be good for the 2-piece. Grizz still holding on for dear life there with the hopper, as well as Raid pulling out the Sparrow. And here comes the hit from Greasy Gracie. He's a slippery being. And out of the seawater is certainly going to be able to slide right onto the objective. And it is going to be a clean wipe there for the side of TMGG.
All right, well, not a whole lot you can argue about that one, but it is going to be a 130-50 lead in favor of the Kings, who, despite having given up 50 points to their opponents, has not really felt, in my opinion, like they were struggling at all during this matchup. And while you continue to see the feed when it counts remain to be blue, trickle time rounding out, P1 reset getting ready to open up. It looks like we've got some score streaks called in by the Kings as well. I think they had 200 killers out there. And man, 100-point lead on the dot as P1 reset opens up.
Now, 100-point lead, 5 points going to be obtained there from the side of TMGG. I mean, things not necessarily at their fullest potential here for this matchup, but hey, when you're stepping into a ring with a 5 Kings roster like this, it is certainly, you know, you gotta prepare yourself for a doozy. As a matter of fact, Gracie actually going to be a little AFK. Let's go ahead and time in. Tune in, actually, for a little listen. And Team GG might be down. Are they completely out? Let's jump in to find out.
Yeah,
Back knee. Point. Top right.
Oh, no, yes, guys. What?
It's going on the right. Dead. One on
Point.
Low.
Point on top.
One top dead.
We should think about new.
He's dead inside.
New is weak. New
There's a
dead.
shotgun next. There's a shotgun next.
One top it.
You mean
Back me.
he's dead. He's on rock.
Nice. We need to rotate earlier, guys. Come on.
One big Robbie rock.
Secret.
One on chest, one chest.
Left side.
It's one chest, guys.
One right.
Oh, they got close.
One on trifle, yeah, Marvel on trifle.
There's one dead. One more secret side. One more on the other Lambo.
Drive one shot. Push it.
Secret. Push it up, not trifle. Push up trifle.
One shot. Behind the door. Pass some point.
Dead point.
Lobby.
Right TV, on the TV, guys.
Oh, trophy.
Oh, I have to show for you.
Sparrow dead. Only behind the other Lambo. He's down on the yellow.
And one on the lounge is...
Right side.
One second.
I will go next.
We have to contest it.
Yeah, go next.
Yeah, that's okay. Go next.
Alrighty, there we go. Heard the comms. Go next. This is an early adaptation. The one way that I will break down these comms as soon as Day gets back in, there he is right there. The only way that I can break down these comms, Day, is when we were getting ready for the P2 rotation. I can't remember who said it, but we need to start thinking about rotating. Homie, there was 7 seconds before the hill pop. You're talking about garage? And you're talking about thinking about rotating 7 seconds before that hill opens? That basically sums up those comm listen-ins. And right now you can see only 19 points gathered off this first 2 hills of the reset so far at Kings. Well, I mean, they've had their fill of some hardpoint objective time. It ain't looking good for TMGG.
Yeah, I gotta say, you're right about that verdict. And with 10 points to go, TMGG only been able to pick up 19 points in the past 90 that we've picked up for the side of Kings. Definitely pretty rough, and it looks like this hill is going to get won here by the Kings. Shy of Nutella making an absolute god play.
Oh, speaking of god plays, look at Spy, man. He's feeling it. You gotta love it when players are in the zone, man. He's beaming. He's flicking 250 to 69 giggity is your score line, chat. And game number 1 going to be an absolute blowout. Team GG, I guarantee you, got 69 points just for the beams. Gotta love it.
have we decided then that Team Mobility decided to stop at 69, or that Kings decided to stop them at 69?
I think they were thinking about it, just like they were thinking about making that rotation to garage. Just like we're thinking about getting into that second game. It's here. It's coming through. Game 1, we'll break it down for you. Look at the stats card. It ain't pretty. Nobody left out of the lobby, and we appreciate that. Sportsmanship above all, in a high class coming through from TMGG. You heard the comms. They weren't the best, but they weren't raging. They knew what they got their hands into, and certainly it wasn't enough to bail them out. Nonetheless, 31-13 is 2 minutes and 19 for Spy. Along with it, my guy was piecing, and this is not a great way if you're a TMGG fan for your team to start. However, Kings just absolutely giving it to him. 31-13 from Marvel as well. He started off on an 8 spree, for Christ's sakes. An absolute freak. A minute and 14 on the hill as well. This team is certainly bringing their best class together, and certainly Team GG. We're going to see if you can make the cut here in the Search and Destroy, but to find out what you're made of.
All right, well, does seem like a fairly bold statement for anybody to say that they expect Team Mobility to come through and win here. But because we're in a best of 5, we are, no matter what, going to see a control. It's up to Mobility to try to push us past that. But I think that that game that we just witnessed out of Kings is a good showing of probably how the rest of this match will go as well. Typically, Search and Destroy is where we kind of get the idea that the underdogs may be able to come through and perform, but I don't think Mobility are going to have quite what it takes to take down Kings, right? Like, that just doesn't seem like a reality.
No. I don't think so. Bar a miracle and, bar a DQ maybe. I mean, hell, they've been victims of DQs, just as recent as Friday. So I think it's certainly possible that we get a Game 4 out of here. It's never out of the cards in the EU. For the most part, it has been plagued and set back by just stupidity for the most part. And then we've got some things that we won't discuss. Obviously, we saw the roster changes. We saw the deleted tweets. Yeah, that's right, we saw them. We know what's going on. It's pretty awkward, but hey, you know what? Let's go ahead and get into the thick of it. It's game number 2, Search and Destroy on Tunisia. In the first 6 rounds, you're going to be in the Lion's Den yourself, TMGG. Let's see what you can do with the attacking opener. Well, there we go. 3 in the feed almost instantly. HBC's already being ousted. Grizz just nasty with it. He's going to be able to find a 2-piece there, too. It's all down to Mari. Does find 1. Can't find a second. They found him first. And it's a 1-0 dominant first round for Kings.
Yikes. All right. Well, that is going to be a convincingly quick round for the side of the Kings right now. Grizz, 2 kills on the board. Inferno, Raid, and Spy each coming through with one of their own. And then, well, there's Mari, the one player who was really consistent for Mobility earlier. And, well, he is going to get taken down at first in this second round. So, very good open for the side of the Kings. HBC going to find a good refrag onto Grizz, though. Gracie going to follow it up with 1 onto Raid, and overall a 2-for-2 trade. As Team Mobility come to life a little bit here, trying to slow down the plans of Kings, but it does look like Bomb going to be in the hands of HBC, and, well, they're here at B, and we've got a lot more information than they do, and can see that the Kings, they're not backing down from this one. In fact, Spy's pushing right up. Marvel for 1, Inferno for another, and now Legacy last alive.
Yo, you don't want to peek that angle. You know the King's up top. That's right, he's the best sniper in EU, possibly one of the most consistent snipers in all of competitive play. It's Marvel. You don't want to peek that angle, and certainly Legacy said, I'll play with fire, see what it gets. Me burnt. Does. 2-0 lead in favor of Kings. They've got a dominant hold on B. Well, we're going to buckle up for an A hit, and we're right back into the beast's belly yet again. Marvel's here on the bottom side. Mari looking to test the waters, even through the smoke. Oh my god! Legacy, homie, the hop down. You wasn't ready for it. Gets dropped until they're going to be able to get the trade. Damage is done. 2-for-3 style, though. And Greasy Gracie. Let's see if he can give someone a slippery slide. HBC going to be able to do 1. It's Spy who collects the rest. It's down to Gracie now as the 1v2 ensues. Okay, that's not a gutty that Spy can win. It's all down to Inferno. We got a doable situation here for TMGG. This might be the best Search and Destroy round for them.
Definitely looking to be the case right now. Things continue to roll, though. Gracie got to clutch this one up, and it's against Inferno. Certainly not an easy player to beat. And, well, he has information that he has Bomb down right below him, so he's perfectly content with just playing this corner up here in the wine room. Gracie starting to make that rotation in, playing within his sounds of dead silence. Ooh, but doubling back. This is a bold push with 35 seconds on the clock, and you don't have Bomb in hand?
Yeah, I agree. But, I mean, this is just well calculated from Inferno. As much time is passing on the clock, it's just going to be a worst outcome here for Gracie. COD time is certainly not going to be his friend. Inferno, going to wait for the Q there. He knows exactly what's going on. Oh, he goes for the trick shot. And just like that, Gracie clutches it up. Inferno, bro, you know what? We give you an A+ for trying, man. You committed to it. It looked like it was a doable situation. The moment was too big. He didn't realize how bright those lights were. Couldn't hit the shot. So, Gracie does. He's got 4. That's a 1v2 clutch. He'll put on his refrigerator later on tonight. Certainly going to have to get it off the printer press hot. His first blood's yet to come through just yet. TMGG. Down, certainly not out of this one just yet.
Yeah, they've been able to put 1 on the board at least, but Kings are going to make it very difficult for you, if not impossible, for you to find 6. Wait a minute. What the hell did I just witness? I think Gracie is literally as confused as I was there on where he just got hit from, but I don't even know who hit him. But almost catches a stray through the wall. I might have to go back and watch that in the replay after this series. That was nutty. Mari gonna find a big one onto Grizz. That's gonna open things up. Spy right here for the refrag onto Nutella, and now Bomb HBC has to get all the way over to his teammates. I mean, what are we doing with this split here? Bomb is alone. We're losing the gunfights at B. I mean, does look like Gracie's gonna come through and at least even things out, but man, all over the place for Team Mobility right now.
I mean, can you imagine just being in a game like this? How high the tension is, the pressure, certainly. I mean, you almost got put on a t-shirt, realistically. Inferno hits that shot, your dreams in Mobile Mayhem are shattered. We would have put that one on Twitter before the game even ended. Inferno making up for his slack from last round. Can't hit the trick shot. Oh my, Gracie's actually going to shut him down too, and this might be an untold silver lining here for the boys over at TMGG. Spy says, nope, no storyline here. It's Kings dominating. 6 seconds left to go on the clock. Even if he won that gunfight, ain't no way he's taking out Marvel up top. So, 3-1, Kings still very much so in control. I said the scoreline would be 7-1 right now, but I don't know. I still feel like as long as Gracie has that streak of hope, we might have a game. We might have a game on our hands.
All right, well, we'll see as things keep rolling. Grizz gonna open up, pulls out the shot. He gets first blood onto Legacy. Mari right here for the refrag. Puts kill number 3 on the board, but it has been Spy and Gracie for these teams respectively. Bomb once again in the hands of HBC, and it is playing cautiously far back. Looking at the minimap, we obviously have this information and the players don't. But we had a 1v4 potential at A, and instead we play slow. We allow Marvel to set up, and he's going to open up with a free kill. Now, the team has doubled back over to A. What was a 4-1 advantage on the A side has quickly become a 3 versus 2 in favor of Kings.
Okay, we'll see if the King Killer and Gracie can do much more damage. You can't. We got a little bit of connectivity issues. Oh my god, chuck that bad boy. Get it out of your hands. It's hot. A 4-1 lead now as the Kings collapse. Not very many places for HBC to go right there. He's going to fall victim to a camaraderie of just elite status players pushing him. And certainly he doesn't come out alive on top. So, 5 rounds in, last round on the attack. Certainly if you think about this map from the perspective of a non-aggressor, you would be not Grizz because he is aggressive as hell. 3 in the feet almost instantly. But your odds on the defensive side got to be a little higher than what we've seen so far.
Well, I mean, the bar is set pretty low for that measurement, right?
Fair play.
Looking at what's about to be a 5-1. I don't think you can do much worse on the defense in that situation. So we'll see, obviously, as things continue to roll on. Right now, it's clearly looking like Kings are going to have a 5-1 lead, shy of Greasy Gracie. 8 kills deep, making it 11.
Oh my god, bro.
Listen,
is he going to get executed?
He's going to get executed. He's going to get executed.
Okay, thank you, Inferno.
He tried.
He tried. Hey, you know what? He said, I'm not dropping a soap on me. All right, I'm not going to give you my backside. It ain't for free. You see how quick he jumped on that rail and just turned around? I don't care how much of a debauchery that shot was with the shotgun. And we saw him miss like 3 of them, bro. It was nasty. Yeah. Like, talking about being scared for your life, and then there was that. HBC opened up with the first blood. Grizz getting a little too anxious. Spy going to be able to find one in return. Mari, though, from downtown, might get taken out here. Oh, this would be some good timing for Spy. No, yeah. Oh! Legacy there for the saving. And now it's a 1v3 here for the Madman and Marvel. Can he find 3 to go? Well, oh, hello. Somebody right behind you, buddy. That could have gone bad real quick.
All right, well, this has been a game for sure, and we do have a second round on the board for Team Mobility here. So, as we said, the you can't do worse on the defense, and well, they've already opened it up with one of those rounds. Now, Greasy Gracie gonna have to run. Almost gets fielded by a flash there. Nutella, big kill. Mari gonna find Grizz as well. 2 great kills to open things up. Marvel looking like he's about to get dumpstered too. Sure enough, he gets the kill on HBC, but is immediately shut down. Gracie finds Inferno as well, and now it's just Spy, who's got more kills than the remaining 3 players of Team Mobility.
Get leaked.
There's 11.
He just got spat on, man. Spy just, I mean, you throw one shoulder, that's all it takes. Spy shutting you down. Gracie might be the king killer, but this time around, he is going to get traded out. It's all Amari and Nutella, who have found kills this round for themselves as well. Might be another round in favor for them. Let's see if Spy does. Nope, nothing. Right into the crosshairs. Mari posted up in the cut, waiting for you to make your move. And okay, hold the phones. We got a little bit of a comeback. A little bit of spark of life here for TMGG. Is that spark going to be a wildfire? Or will Smokey come out and put this fire out here? We'll see what happens now as Kings did have AFK player last round, so it's only right that we saw them kind of set themselves back there.
Yeah, I would say that's a fairly reasonable statement as well. Does look like Inferno's going to open up with 1 here, and then we've got Grizz fighting another. So what was 2 rounds in a row that looked decent for the side of Team Mobility are potentially looking disastrous right now, but Gracie's going to put up kill number 13 on the board, takes down Spy. Bomb is now picked up and in the hands of a Marvel, and you can see this rotation right now. That was about to be a dead Gracie, but Legacy's going to take down Grizz. HBC and Legacy, they got to find some momentum here for sure.
Oh, they do indeed. Legacy definitely did start up a little bit of a shot there, kept Gracie alive, and with him being alive, the dream is certainly still left in his hands. So, 3 players, V3, only 1 left. Gracie, not going to be able to be good enough to take down anybody else after that post plant. We're on map point, rather. And the Kings might have shown a little bit of uncertainty here on the offensive rounds, but, I mean, even when they weren't close, they were close. Team GG, though, not going down without a scrappy one indeed.
All right, well, definitely some big performances going on right now for the Kings as they do lead and are on match point. like Spy is going to find one onto Nutella for the refrag to tie things up. Bomb, not only in the hands of Spy, already planted by Spy. 40 seconds on the clock, 3v4.
Wait, what?
Spy's revealed. Raid here.
Tough. Mari.
Oh, but Mari! Oh, the double!
Okay, Marvel, where you at, big man? He's on the flip side of things. Hello, Gracie! Oh, what a bit of clip right there, baby! 20 seconds, he's got to play his life legacy. Say it, hell no, not gonna happen. He's stunned. The bomb, though, it's looking like it's gonna get hot, Mari. Ain't no way, buddy.
Ain't no shot!
It's a wild goose chase. Oh, my Marvel. Almost a masterclass there. He played Rigarado and Rosie for as long as he could, but hey, when you're the last king alive in a 1v3, you gotta last a little bit longer than that, buddy. Legacy, the clutch shut down, finds the third kill in the defuse. We're going into the 11th round of this search and destroy. Kings, yet to put it away just yet, Day. Let's see what they can do here in this round. You gotta hit some of those, Legacy. Oh, God.
All right, well. Marvel almost clutching up for the team last round, but it doesn't look like any clutch is going to be needed this time around. Unless if it's out of the side of team mobility. Oh my goodness, HBC and Nutella kind of tear things up there.
Okay.
They now got to deal with Inferno and Marvel. They've only got less than 30 seconds to deal with it as well. You can see Inferno up top. We got some information there, but Nutella able to find a couple shots as well. Now moving on up, the collapse is big. HBC gonna find it. Gotta watch out for the grenade. Nutella gonna shut down Inferno. The 2v5 is clean.
Wow. Okay. TMGG telling us stop glazing these guys. They're not just unbeatable. Well, I mean, I don't think they're beatable, but they're certainly not unbeatable, right? I don't know what the hell I'm saying. This is one of those games that I did not anticipate, but I'm signing up for it instantly. We're locked in. The 2v5 clutch coming through. HBC and Nutella making mincemeat of them. Greasy going to be able to open up with the first. Grizz going to be shut down. HBC going to be able to find a two-piece. And hold it. Inferno and Marvel, yet again, the cards are in your hands. It's a clutch you're going to have to put up to shut this one down, or we're getting some overtime. Inferno, finally, after 3 shots, going to hit the third. And we're going to be all even, though. The bomb's not going to be planted just yet. Marvel going to try and collect and see what he can do with it. He does have a Finnick in his hands as well. And right on the opposite side of that box structure is Legacy. So he'll get the indication of the bomb being planted. Inferno, the last man standing as Mari shuts down Marvel. We've got overtime, chat. This one, going the distance.
Enemy has dropped the bomb. Bomb spotted.
This is admittedly not one I would have expected to be going all the way into overtime, but it does look like team mobility on the backs of Greasy, Gracie, and Mari have been able to really get things done here. Now they're going to open up with first blood onto Grizz, and bomb is in the hands of HBC, making a little bit more coordinated of a push towards A this time, but we are still a bit spread out, and Raid's going to find a free one onto Nutella in mid to even things up there. I still think you get the better trade. Grizz for Nutella in this case. 10 for 6 is definitely a statement, and now the rotation in from behind. Legacy should find a free one on Raid. Sure enough, going to pick that one up. And now the 4v3 advantage ensues. And we're doubling back for a B plant.
Yeah, we are, and this is on a little bit of information. One, Legacy clears out that connector. Hasn't cleared the top side yet, and it's all on Inferno to make a big play. Legacy's going to peek out, drop. Bomb's going to go down nonetheless. Marvel going to be able to find Gracie in the midst of all the action. And it's another clutch that the boys over at TMGG are going to be having to book up for. Mari's going to take down Marvel, but is going to get dropped. It's all on HBC. He's got a FFAR and 44 rounds to shut down anybody who gets in his path. 28 seconds now. Bomb's going to be defused. Inferno going to go ahead and hop it. He can absolutely do it. How do you lose to a Finnick at that range, HBC? How? That's a key gunfight we're going to have to be revisiting. That one should not have been lost. Spy, you're godlike for that one. 15 on board, including that kill. And HBC completely in shambles.
All right, well, that is a little bit unfortunate for the side of Team Mobility, as it was looking like a big opportunity for them, but now it's going to be switching sides once again. Kings going to have bomb in hands. Looks like Spy is the one handling that. Inferno, it's a big kill to get early on by Nutella. He's going to get refragged out by Grizz, who immediately shares out on that pain, but Spy going for the plant. Mari going to find Grizz. The plant sticks. Does look like Marvel's here for the refrag with that L-car. A great secondary option for the snipers in the league right now. Like a pocket switchblade you've got going on there, so we got to like that. Raid gonna find one.
Yikes.
Oh my goodness, Greasy Gracie. That one is one you have to land. Now Legacy, last alive, 1v2 to clutch, 22 seconds on the clock. Can't make it happen. Boys and girls, that's gonna be a second victory now for the side of Kings. We're gonna head into the control on match point.
Here we go. Well, gotta say, did not anticipate a stand-up and a standout performance there from TMGG. But again, we don't reward for not getting the job done. You gotta win them when it matters the most. And right there, it's just Kings going up and beyond to shut this one out in the first overtime rounds. Solid affair, though. TMGG certainly put up a better fight there in that one. He gave Kings a run for their money. We'll look at the post-action report. Spy was a menace. When you're gunning mid-range gunfights, you're gunning ARs. Yeah, we're talking about the FFAR. We know it's like an SMG, but it's an AR. But when you're gunning AR players the way that he's doing it with a Finnick, ain't no freaking way, bro. Results, though, a lot closer than we anticipated. So, respect the game, TMGG. We'll see if you can do the same there in the control. It's certainly going to be a lot harder. 16 on board for Spies. I started out. Inferno with 12, 11 for Marble, as well as Grizz, 10 for Raid. Collective effort all together. On the right-hand side of our screen, we had a King Killer and Gracie, and the assassinations. Not quite there for him either, but certainly one of those players that were pesky, as well as Mari. HBC choked a few shots towards the end. Would have loved to see him gun a little straighter when it mattered the most.
I do think that's a reasonable statement. So we'll be gearing up for our Game 3 control coming your guys' way here soon. Plenty of players actually had a great performance during that last game, but it was more evenly distributed across the side of Kings, right? Every single player on that team hit double-digit kills, with Raid being at the bottom at 10, Spy being at the top at 16. Look over at the opposition. You did have Mari and Greasy Gracie on 13 and 14 respectively, but the rest of the team, Legacy 6, Tella 7, HBC 8, put up some numbers, but for a 14-round search and destroy, you would like to see a couple more players a little bit closer to positive. I know it's a difficult opponent they were going up against in the likes of Kings, but honestly, there were so many points that Team Mobility just had an advantage, and blatantly honest, they threw it away.
Okay, well, they had the opportunity. Moment was too big. Couldn't make it happen. And obviously, we're heading into the control, as we mentioned earlier, in a match point there for the boys over King. So this is exactly where they need to be sitting at. Would have liked to seen a cleaner performance in the search or destroy, but hey, we'll do it for the memes any night. Inferno hits that shot. I'm telling you, it would have been a 7-1. Actually, it might even been a 7-0, because that was the first round that TMGG won. So we're getting geared up for it. Control right around the corner. Standoff is the map of choice. If this one ends the way we think it is, we'll be moving on to our second round 2 matchup of the night. Our third one, technically, of the night. It'll be the second round 2 matchup of the night. It'll be another best of 5. It is exclusive and Mont, which we anticipate to be a little closer in skill than this one per se. Might actually end up being the exact same results, though. We're only gonna have to tune in to find out, though. Standoff starting up 30v30 in these rounds. Either win by capturing the objectives or killing all 30 of your opponent's lives. We'll see which one takes the bag here, as we're gonna go ahead and hop into it.
All right, well, we'll obviously see as things get rolling here in this matchup. Kings got to be the fan favorites to win in 3. And I fully expect that to be the case as we continue to roll here. And, well, it being on Standoff, I definitely don't think there's a lot of hope for team mobility here. This is a, typically speaking, playground for Kings. And you can see Inferno bringing the Rytech, the respawn sniping to the table here, along with Mari on the side of team mobility.
Well, right now, already off in a little bit of a blender of a start. Second tick of progress already being worked on, though. Legacy trying to do the deed. Mari, yikes, gets caught on the weapon swap, can't get the gunny up. And it's Spy. God, how does he win that one against Nutella? I didn't even see it. I knew Nutella was shooting at him first. But Spy absolutely rips him, and back to the spawn they go, and into the blender. Tossed on full speed. Greasy trying to shut down the hemorrhaging, but the blood is still fresh on the tongues. The boys over at Kings, they do not want to stop. 18v18. One tick of progress on both points. Raid putting the pedal down into the spawn trap. He's going to be able to find two right there. The third inside. Oh, man, the movement is crispy, bro. Aim even better. This guy is nuts.
All right, well, one heck of a game going on here as Kings are coming through and putting on a good show for the defense here. And again, this is a map that you can actually get in a little bit of advantage on the offensive side if you are able to get into that head glitch at B. A couple shots do come through. Oh, Inferno gonna miss and Legacy gonna make him pay, but with only 8 seconds to go and down to your last 5 lives, hope is looking like it's running out for mobility here.
Oh, he's got to hop back on, though. Legacy running the map ragged. The last hope here is he does have the clock stopped. 3 seconds left to go. 2 players left standing. Greasy's been dealt with. It's all on the Legacy. And sure enough, it's Grizz. 2 ticks onto the B site. 3 in total for the round. For the victory going in favor of the defensive side. We'll keep track of the ticks as the game progresses. We'll see if the defense here is a little better for Team GG. It wasn't a bad game for them, or for opening round, but it certainly wasn't a good one as they were bled dry almost instantly once the time was about to expire. Okay, they open up with the first 4, make it 5. And a complete wipe, nothing in return.
All right, well, Marvel get a big kill onto Nutella there in the feed. Starting to turn a little bit blue once again, bringing things back, but Team Mobility are going to maintain a 3-life lead right now. Actually, a pretty decent situation for them to be in. And all it's really going to take out is 1 or 2 good clears, and, well, Inferno going to be good for an extra kill there. Now you can see him sniping the door, seconds away from having a claw available, and he has Spy with him as well. You can see, here come the shots out of that claw. Gonna find 1, and now he can move on in to just camp things out. Spy has his back, taking down Greasy. Gracie. Ooh, Mari with the slide. Can he make the contest? He's coming. Spy's on the hill. Spy shuts him down. And the B capture for Kings early is good.
Yep, there we go. Kings. 3 ticks in, 1:50 on the clock. We're looking for the pressure here. They want to win the gunnies, though. Objective played early on. Let's just say they don't want to cap. They want to kill. And here comes the Purifier. It's good for 2. Grizz gonna get caught onto the rotation into the spawn side. Nutella gonna be able to stop the bleeding for the time being, and it's very close still. Only a 3-kill lead in favor of the team in blue. And Kings now forced to play the objective as things are starting to get a little bit out of hand. Hold the phones. It is Grizz who goes all the way up into the spawn side. Spy stopping the clock for the time being, but he is not going to stop for very long as he's looking for the guns out in the middle of the map. The 2-piece there, shutting it down. Greasy is going to be able to find 2 in return. And we're down to a 5v4. A search and destroy nonetheless. And look at this. These boys over at Kings do not care. They are pushing for the kills as well as getting that 4th tick in. Grizz is going to be able to shut down Gracie. It's all down the HBC. 1v4 clutch. Technically a 1v5. It ain't happening. Should I just start the music now, or is it? Are we going to see another round?
I mean, if you want me to be honest with you, I'm down to just give Kings the trophy. But
yeah, well.
That's not fair to Exclusive, though, because Exclusive is a team that has really gotten better and better as well. So I think there's a real chance that Exclusive could come through and snag things away. That, you know, we talked about it earlier, right? Where I don't think Team Mobility on their best day can take down Kings on their worst day. The same doesn't get said when you start talking about Exclusive. I think that's a very valid matchup here in the European scene. Would love to see 117 in the mix. Would love to see Animus still in the mix, but obviously that's not within our control. Kind of like this game for Mobility here. You're down 9 lives at this point. You're down 2-0. You're down 2-0 in the control. This one's just about over, Verdict.
Yep, this one. Oh boy. Well done. Just the way Little B likes his steaks, bro. What a guy. He's gonna be joining us for some potential opportunities moving forward there for the spawn. Love to see it. Spy just continuing to run rampant. HBC, another victim right in front of him. Ray gonna be able to find one in the midst of that, and down the 5. Stick a fork in them, Day. You said it earlier. They are certainly done. With 13 seconds left to go, it's the last-ditch effort from the operators. Greasy with the Purifier. Mari with the Hail Mary of a shot from the Annihilator. Well, Annihilator's done. Boxing gloves are out. And this one is certainly over. Mari gets the reload off. He is shooting zombies at this point. They want blood. They're not going to get it. Game is over by time. Good God. That one. Not close. Not even remotely. It was worse than the Hardpoint. 3-0 victory as I anticipated. The search was where you found the meat of this game and this series. Victory for Kings.
All right, well, about the outcome that we expected for this matchup, Kings just an unstoppable, dominant force when it comes to the European scene. And unfortunately for Team Mobility, this was never a match they were destined to
Yo, even the admins do that, bro. They literally posted a minute ago, last match of Europe Finals Day 1, just posted Exclusive versus these guys are savages. Bro, check your notifications. It's already there. No hope.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah, hardly get out of the game, and it didn't even wait for the stream delay.
They had it on dial-up, bro. I swear it was already saved. Savage.
Absolutely.
Okay, well.
Goodness gracious.
Wrap this one up. 250-69 victory in the Hardpoint, going in favor of Kings. All games going in favor of Kings. Search and Destroy 8-6 overtime victory for them, as well as no overtime needed. Not even an extra 4th round. It was a clean sweep in the control. We'll head back to the host desk. Someone who's a little softer on the burns, but you'll certainly feel the effects afterwards. They'll make you want to block them at some point or leave their Discord server. That's what I'm talking about. Deanna, talk to me. That one was brutal to watch at the end, but the Search and Destroy, very, very close.
Well, the outcome was something that I was expecting. Maybe not regarding the S&D. I was expecting something around 7-2, 7-3. But overall, Team Mobility actually doing good in S&D was good. Was nice to see a little bit of competition. If we didn't saw much in the Hardpoint, right? It was such a big gap between the points in the Hardpoint, between the rotation, between everything, right? You guys said the comps were like, oh, there are 7 more seconds and they were still not rotated for the next Hardpoint. So yeah, it was a little bit tough. Then the control was as fast as I expected, 3-0, right? And I've been watching Inferno with his right tech, and also I was watching Mari as well, but I feel like in this specific matchup, well, Inferno did better with the right tech. But yeah, overall it was faster, okay, as fast as I was expecting this second game, right? I'm sad that we didn't have a chance to actually see more of a control, like to see a 5th game, because I'm very interested to see how, you know, the mechanic, well, how control is working right now. I'm still trying to understand it, but maybe we're gonna see it in the last matchup of tonight. But until then, we're gonna take a short break. We're gonna hear a word from our sponsor COD Mobile, and we're gonna be back.
only got less than 30 seconds to do as well.
Guys, and welcome back to the third game of tonight, right? Because we did have a short break, the players joined very fast. We do have exclusive versus Mont right now, so I'm excited for this one. We're gonna have a best of 5. Hopefully we're gonna see more than 3 games, but you know, having exclusive, you know, the second team that won, you know, stage 4, I think it's gonna be highly unlikely to actually see it. But Verdict, what are your predictions?
I think this exclusive roster certainly got better since the addition of Caesar and Shark. But I mean, Mont certainly did not look like pushovers in any of their matches in stage 4. So I don't know if we could say this one's going to be a 3-0 as clean as we did last series, but definitely has potential to be a quick one as well, though, too.
Okay, how about you, Dave?
I think our hesitation in the predictions for the matchups today were pretty spot on, and this is our one that we expected to be the closest. So I think it's a fair bit of running to, you know, kind of carry on with that idea. I truly do think this one has potential to be very good if Mont show up and play very well, and exclusive play maybe not up to what we expect out of them. But if exclusive comes and looks like the well-oiled machine that they have been for the past fair while of competition, I do think that they should fairly closely or fairly similarly to the last series we saw have a outcome in their favor. So obviously that'll depend as things, you know, continue to boil for tonight, but I would say exclusive very likely to be in a 3-0 fashion. Worst case scenario for them, I would say 3-1 out of Mont just having some really good performance.
Okay, I already said my predictions at the beginning of this broadcast. I do believe that Mont had looked good in stage 4 at the beginning, but then after the performance that I saw like Friday, I don't know what to say. I'm a little bit questioning myself, so I believe exclusive gonna come with a win as similar as the previous matchup that we had. But Verdict, do you want to go over the maps?
Oh, absolutely. We'll take a look at it. As this one is set to start take off here in a moment. It is the Hardpoint Arsenal to open us up with Search and Destroy on Slums, Raid for the control, and if it goes any further than that, it's Apocalypse and Meltdown. I'm looking at the map selections. Man, I'm positive Slums is one of Exclusive's best maps, and it was actually selected to be played by Mont. How do you let this one into the rotation early on, Mont? This one, I mean, it didn't start great on the Arsenal. It's certainly not going to get better in the S&D, and we all know how Mont plays, or Exclusive plays the Raid Control. That might be their best map in Control easily.
Okay, well, both teams are here, players are ready. I'm gonna see you after this last matchup of tonight with a very brutal breakdown. Bye!
Alrighty, well, it's about to get brutal here. Be the last time we say goodbye to Deanna before we end the stream. We say goodbye to everybody. We're going to hop into it. It is the Arsenal Hardpoint as our third series of the night is about to square up and take off. We're going to see if Exclusive are really what they say they are. Second best team in Europe, or is Mont going to give them a run for their money? We're about to find out now as we're going to go ahead and hop into it. It's a hop, jump, leap, skip, all of the above and then some, and a full-on out sprint over to P1. And to kill the time, these guys are dropping all the mythic weapons they can. So Hill's going to be open up for business. It is going to be a bloodbath in the middle of it. Caesar on the front lines. Going to be able to find the first blood of the game. Shark as well going to come through. It does look like we've got a back and forth affair so far, but it is going to be Exclusive all over that P1.
All right, well, Exclusive off to a hot start here, and this is kind of what we expect out of this team, and they are controlling the feed right now. Neil has been absolutely popping off. Already 4 kills on the board. So definitely a good spot for them to be in there. Jace going to find 1 under Shark, but immediately getting shut out by Caesar. And, well, the kill feed explains all of the map control right now. And Neil, oh my goodness. one at a time, just lined up to get lit up. And in fact, I don't think a single one of them even got a shot off towards Neil. That is wild.
Jay had the best shot. I mean, he had all the comps. He was the third in line. And surely he dropped just as quickly as the rest. Fahim going to try to scurry for cover. It's not going to be good enough to get away, though, as he is going to be out. The intel provides Neil with a primitive amount of information, though. The shots and indicator are going to let him know he's getting shot from each and every direction. Sekou from the type route finally going to be able to shut him down, but it is exclusive with the opener and advantage here onto this P2 rotation. So, that being said, a little bit of a break is desperate time needs here for Mont, as again, they are in the hole after the P1 to P2 connection. Damn near 60 seconds already, and we just started the game. So, it's got to get better from here. P3's got to be a turnaround. At the very least, you got to get a break here, because you've invested so much time on getting this absolute travesty of a P2 rotation so far.
Yeah, I mean, certainly been a rough one without a doubt. And 77 to 7-point lead is absolutely nothing to scoff at, as this little bit of trickle time is going to go in favor of Mont, similar to the Kings matchup. You can see the top team, or one of the top teams in Europe, making that early rotation to the important hills. And I think this is going to pay off in dividends for them, as they will very likely be able to easily cross into the triple-digit mark here shortly. Derox find a big kill onto Neil there, but it's only his second of the game so far. Definitely struggling quite a fair bit. He's immediately going to get shut down by Neil. Break does look to come through. Neil's good for the second as well, and exclusive just maintaining control right now.
Oh, what can he not do, man? He's a man of many talents. He's a treasure to the CU scene. Been one of the most lethal snipers as well. Here comes maybe a misplay here for some operator usage. Shark going to go ahead and burn it as he's got it. Neil's going to get dropped, as well as Creed. Sparrow going to come in handy, possibly for the first. J-Say from afar gets gunned down in cold blood. Shark doing it on both fronts. Preservation of the hill is there. 100-point advantage rolling into the P4 rotation. And we're getting ready to pull out the big guns. This one already a big deficit here for the boys over at Mont. They're going to have to pull themselves out of this hole, and my God, it's deeper than 6 feet. They are, I mean, just at this point, getting just toppled, bested, out-rotated, out-held. The scrap's just not paying off. Fahim gonna be able to try and reel it back in. Creed gets smoked. Caesar, though, there for the trades and the break. Looks like it won't stick for too long. God forbid Shark gets a just full-on wipe.
All right, well, over 100-point lead already developed for the side of exclusive, but the feed actually a little bit yellow there for a minute. Let's see if it's going to have any effect. But the Purifier now out for Neil. Going to find his second in the feed. Was looking for number 3, but gets shut down by Derox. So that Purifier only going to be good for 1 kill. Is a great opportunity for Mont to try to capitalize here. Does look like they are able to get the break onto the hill and maybe get the last little bit of this trickle. But once again, it's down to the last 15 seconds before we get Mont on a hill. And you can see that we've already got exclusive rotating towards new. But maybe some unfavorable spawns for exclusive as they come through behind. You know what am I talking about? It doesn't matter. Creed comes through and absolutely lights a fire underneath all of the pushing members of Mont. Able to take off, I think, 4 of them by himself now. Finally, ZZ able to come through with the kill. And Mont, for the first time, they're going to be on the hill early.
Yeah, they are indeed now. This is time for a regain. They need all this time and then some. This is a pleasant hill to do so on. As you see, it's enclosed, but also very narrow passages. Zay making the most of both. He's going to earn a few streaks to go along with it. Predator's going to come in handy at some point. Fear going to get put on ice right there. As Fahim going to be able to shut down Shark, and Derek's getting in the mix as well. 69 seconds already accumulated. 20 seconds left to go here. Caesar and crew looking to shut down the momentum, and they find the exact amount of kills needed to get the break, and finally, they're going to be back on the time. So, that being said, we're getting geared up for our first P1 reset. And so far, I mean, it's not been very convincing for exclusive at all, but they are in a very commanding lead. So 156 to 76, that P5, a little glimmer of hope there for the boys over at Mont.
Yeah, you are absolutely right. right now we've got a fair lead for Exclusive, but Mont have been able to find a way to bounce themselves back into a contesting position, moving what was over a 100-point lead down to just about 65 points. So not a huge disadvantage. On a good hold, they could be right back in this game. And right now, it looks like they're continuing to have a solid P1 right now. And this is a difficult one, especially with all these flank positions that Neil's using right now. Shark able to find 2. Neil gets 2 of his own. The squad wipe coming through. And it's a late break for Exclusive, who can try to extend that lead once again. But we got to be worried about our next rotation. That P2 coming through has to be good. And Mont, they're already there. They've taken a little bit of a note from the Exclusive and Kings books and are not fighting over those last 20 seconds. They're just trying to guarantee they're going to get a great position for a new. Fortunately for them, even if they had a great position, the gun skill pretty solid from Exclusive, but Mont ends up finding the tail end of the kills there.
Tail end of the kills definitely going to come through, but the journey looks like it might be ending early here in the P2 rotation. You got there early, but the preservation of life not necessarily there. Mont get bodied off the objective. Exclusive going to slide on in with the pinch approach coming through. Those spawns favored them perfectly to clamp down on their opponents. And you can see now they have tremendous map control. 30 seconds left to go in here. Not going to be able to shut it down. Caesar looking for the full investment off of this one, as they're trying to just nickel and dime their way on to victory. And surely it is looking pretty solid so far. They've broken the 200-point club. Jay finally going to ease the pain for a little bit. But now it's the intrepid long rotation over to New, where we're going to find a scurry of players trying to get there. It's Derek's who's going to be able to win one in transition, but that's all he's going to be good for. Fahim, now the last hope there on the back lines, as the Ultra spawns right in front of him, and he can't hit a single shot. I think he hit one, but it wasn't enough. Here comes the swarm.
All right, well, you said here comes the swarm, and I started looking for who's using the wrong streak right now, but it would have been right up the alley of DQ for EU,
hey.
You know, it would have absolutely been not shocking, but Jay, a big rotation on the flank is going to help this team lock down this hill, and Mont may find themselves back in this game. They're able to stop the pain from coming their way. Fury able to find a good couple kills on his Annihilator before getting knocked, and Mont, like they are going to lock down this hill for what remains. Once again, closing the gap, but with only 42 points to go for Exclusive, I would imagine this one is probably going to be over soon, unless if Mont really find a way to fight back.
Well, the last one was scrap going to be awarded to Veer, who is just lingering in the background. Shark with the early rotation. Able to shut down one in Derox. Neil there for the Cavalry as well, but hold on. This one not solidified in stone just yet. Shark's here for the early advantage, but he is going to get shut down. Mont staying alive on the front lines as they do swoop in and shut down this early rotation. Sekou holding one line of defense. Jay looking for the spawns elsewhere. Mont holding on for dear life. 40 seconds left to go in here in this one. Still plenty of time for the side of Exclusive to victory, but the break just not looking like it's going to come through in time. Nonetheless, they do clean out on the backs of Veery, popping off with the Holger. But Mont still have a little bit of life now. If they can get a break here and keep this team without that, 10-point to 5-point victory, you could see a little bit of a spark, because the P5s haven't been ugly for them.
You're absolutely right there. And like I said, Mont, if they can keep it up, they may find themselves back into this game. But with things getting so dangerously close for the side of Exclusive, you now can't afford to give up any trickle at the beginning or the end of a hill, as well as you obviously can't allow your opponents to make a single break, because we're only 7 points away from victory. It looks like Shark coming through with the Sparrow, looking for some action. Only able to find one before getting taken down, but it doesn't matter. The team's able to lock down the hill. The 250 to 184 victory is going to come through for the side of Exclusive, and unfortunately for Mont, just wasn't enough, even though they had some really shining moments of the game that we just had. So big plays out of exclusive, and they're proving why they earned that stage 5 position.
There we go. That's it. With the roster change, they look solid. They look like they are in control of their destiny moving forward, and they've got two of the biggest pickups after the stage 4 finale in Shark and Caesar. Shark, well, he certainly has earned his keep. 39-26, 2 minutes and 4 seconds on the hill. My guy was running rampant on that map, and certainly led his team to victory. 37-27 for Neil. We said how much of a delight it has been to watch him these past few weeks and past few months. He's electric when he's on, and when he has a fiery start in hardpoints, I can just recall from a past interview, he always follows it up with a damn good performance in Search and Destroy. Well, we're about to hop onto one of the best maps he's played, and one of the best maps in all of EU Stage 4. We're talking about the Slums one. You remember the duke out between him and Marvel. Well, Marvel ain't playing this time around. It is open season for him. Veer, 34-27. This might be the best Call of Duty Mobile that Veer's played since 2021. And he didn't even do that well in 2021. He did all right. He did exceptional.
Nice.
But he's doing it very much so way past exceptional now. He's doing what he is needing to get the job done. Objective time as well as a smooth KD to round it out. So right-hand side, he had Fahim, who went plus 14 with 45. He did everything he could, just not enough to, again, get the job done.
Well, I would say that at least does seem to be a reasonable statement. Obviously, very a player that has been up and down in the past, but as you mentioned, has been having a really good season here with exclusive. So came through with a great performance there. Obviously, Neil, as you mentioned, he had a great hard point, so we're expecting a great search and destroy coming from him. The only player on the opposition that we can really talk about here is going to be Fahim from Mont. Came through and dropped 39 on the board to match that top frag, but the team struggled to get into 20 points, or 20 kills rather. So now as the search and destroy comes, maybe this is an opportunity where some of your sniper lineup can have a little bit of an impact. Maybe you get some of those early picks. Obviously, we're going to be looking at JSay for that, and maybe that's the opportunity for Mont to make a search and destroy happen. But if they can't make search happen here, then I certainly don't feel like they get anything out of the control. But JSay, first blood, taking down Vire.
Ooh, baby. Oh my, Jay. Just don't tell me you've got a... There we go. That's what I'm talking about. He's got a deagle. Be useful, homie. Certainly he has come alive here in the search and destroy opening up. We talked about Marvel being the counterpart there for Neil. Homie, it's not Marvel. It's JSay. And he opens up with an electric start. 2 kills on board for him as well as Derox. And 1 apiece for Fahim and Sekou. A clean sweep off the rip. Only 1 casualty. Oh no, no casualties. Was that really a flawless round for them? Okay. Mont brought their A game. But exclusive, they do as well as they open up with 2 for 1. And the defense standing strong for the time being. Sekou trying to rip it apart. Oh my god, Sekou finds a nasty 2-piece. And it's all down to Vire here for the 1v2.
All right, well, Mont off the rip are going to get 2 points on the board, and that is some big plays coming out of them so far. Obviously still very, very early on, but this is the first 2 rounds of their offense. Now, Slums has been one that we saw very early on, a lot of defensive victories, but I would say more and more as time has gone on, we've actually gotten to see more offensive round wins in Slums, or at least more than we used to. So very, very possible one way or another to see everything happening here, but it does look like the 1 for 2 trade going to be in favor of exclusive this time around. And Mont have repicked up the bomb in the likes of Derox, but he immediately gets shut out.
Oh, Creed.
Oh man, Creed. Oh, goodness.
Slicing it,
do him like
dicing.
that, dog?
Okay, Jay, return. Going to be able to shut down Creed. Still, momentum riding very high. It's a 1v3 here for the clutch. Technically a 1v4, and the read's there. Viri wrapping the back line. Trying to get a line of sight onto Jay, the last player, known location in that grave area right outside. Let's see what he can do. Got to be able to spot Shark there, and my god, 1 spec is all you needed to shut him down. The fact that he's lingering on, definitely not a good side. Fury gonna get saved there from Neil. I don't know how you would almost lose that one, Veer. That would have been a tough one to bite the bullet on. Thank God you got a homie in Neil who finds his first blood. And, well, he had a fiery start there in the hard point. A little bit of a slower one here on the defense. We'll see if he can ramp it back up, though.
Well, we will certainly see. 2-1 advantage in favor of Mont, but this is exclusive that we have brought to the table here as well. I gotta say, with as well as Caesar played the first game, I'm a little shocked to see him on 0 kills right now. Ooh, Very gets 1, but he's heavily getting pushed. Oh, if you land that shot on Derox, this starts to look like a much more doable situation. Gonna go ahead and swap out that secondary for an HVK. Bomb plant coming through out of Derox right now. It's gonna set our timer to 45 seconds. And the 3v2 retake needs to happen for exclusive here, because they honestly cannot afford to give up too much to Mont. Mont is not a bad team, and if you sleep on this team, they will absolutely punish you for it.
No, they're like the exclusive of Stage 4. Exclusive got slept on. You saw what the outcome was. My God. Neil, he's going to rock Zay to sleep right there. That shot. My goodness. Seku. What is this guy on? What a freak. Going toe-to-toe here with Neil. Going to shut him down as well. And he might be the all-star of this lineup in this Search or Destroy. He has had several doubles throughout the round so far. And then just been the kryptonite to Neil right there on this one. So the rotation read perfectly. The bomb plant executed. Chef's kiss there from Mont. And they are busting this one out through the seam. Zay going to be able to slide on through the bricks as we see the payoff round. B is being granted for free, and J also going to be able to take advantage of a kill off the rip. Shark going to be caught out in the midst of all the action, and it's all down to Creed. This one escalating quickly. We're not even 30 seconds into the round, D.
I mean, man, it has been a challenge for sure for exclusive. Mont are coming out here early, but again, we have seen more offensive victories start to come through on this map specifically. So we'll have to see what's going to happen as far as the turnaround here when we switch sides. But honestly, right now, what an incredible performance coming out of the side of Mont. They lead not only by 1 or 2, but they are a solid 3 rounds ahead right now. Great position to be in. And, well, it is quite possible that they could find another. Oh, Very, come on. You have got to hit that one. Oh, that would have been such a big open to have Fahim dropped early.
Ooh, Fahim dropped early would have been nice. Veer going to be taking advantage of Zay. Slipped through the smoke. Oh, he's in trouble. Creed not going to let him get out for free. And just like that, we got a 1v2. Jace, last time you were in a clutch opportunity, it was 3 players left standing. It's certainly a doable one with Neil being out of the equation. But it's Shark and Creed he's got to take down in order to claim victory. And a 5-1 lead will be awarded to them before we flip sides. This one looking not so very doable. A bomb being down in the middle of the map. I'm not quite sure it's in a position that would have given away any kind of indicator that's there. We'll see the reactions of Shark and Creed now as we see Jace wrapping all the way back deep into the spawn mechanics. Is where he's going to be able to find a CBR for secondary relief. But that primary certainly been one for the ages. You know, he might even get a nomination for Sniper of the Split based off this performance. And not even for the memes either. Bomb's going to be picked up. He makes a lot of noise. Creed, got to collect. And well, the clutch looked like it was certainly doable after he did pick up the bomb, but surely no. Creed and team, they knew exactly what was going on. No harm, no foul. 4-2 as we flip sides. Still a surmountable lead here for the boys over at Mont. Can they hold on to it, though?
Well, we'll certainly see. Right now, we've switched sides, so maybe this is where exclusive can start to grasp things. Again, we've seen a little bit more offensive victories on slums the past, couple seasons, as I think, the longer it's been in the rotation, the more players have actually gotten accustomed to it. So you start to see some of that strategy truly develop. And it does look like exclusive are in a position where now they've only got Jace to deal with. Bomb is in the hands of Creed. They've got an offensive side plant here, and this kind of can reveal the positioning a little bit, but it's not going to matter. Creed playing the head goods too well for Jace is going to take him down. Bomb plants on this map are very important to know what kind of angle your opponents can be playing from. So we'll see, but the gap has been closed. It's now 3-4. Exclusive still trail behind a little bit. Ooh, but Jace, another big opening pick.
Yeah, he might be 0 for 3 in clutches, 1v3s, 1v2s, it don't matter. This scenario, Jay just has not had the ice in his veins. Zay, however, crispy with the shots. Creed's going to be shut down. It's all down to Neil. He's only got a couple of kills in this search and destroy, so relatively quiet. Let's see if he can make some noise, though, as this bomb's down. 1v3 up for grabs. Minute 25, plenty of time to work for. Let's see what he can do. Let's see, he's make his first move. There goes a nade right there. Neil not going to be giving away his location. Look at Jay. Back to business, and I'm sure he's scratching his head like, bro, I literally naded that and got no intel. Surely it was chucked a little further along. So, Neil going to be able to break the back lines. He's into the spawns of the opponents. And it's a manhunt for him. Derek spots him, takes a shot, whiffs. And we know Zay's out for blood as well. Here comes the hit.
All right, well, Neil being last alive here is not great, but he takes down one. Now it's just Derox to deal with. 4 kills on board for Neil, 7 for Oh, he's on
Derox.
you missed!
Derox.
Oh my goodness, Derox! He tried to get flashy with the jump shot there. Should have just taken the strafe out and got the kill.
Oh!
I guess he ends up getting it anyway, but...
Wow, yeah.
Yeah, you know, that was rough.
That could have been brutal.
That was lined up on a silver platter for him.
Yo, you think back to it, like, this, 3v1 started off with Derek spotting him in the back line. Well, actually, it was a 2v1 at that point, but Derek's whiffed a shot there, too. He could have ended it a little earlier, but nonetheless, doesn't matter. All's well that ends well. Right now, lead 2 back in favor of Mont as Fahim and Jace open up with Bloods back-to-back. And certainly the Mont roster feeding off the energy here of the Explosive team, who are without champion today. I think that's something that we didn't notate earlier on this roster, trying to figure out what works the best. Last time around, we saw champion and Veery out. This time, Veery's getting the call. And I love to see it. Sekou going to be able to find one. He's been relatively quiet since finding 6 early in the round. Caesar ain't nerfed, homie. Them shots is there. And so is the movement. We got an even 2v2.
Right. Not a lot of room to work with for the side of Mont here. Bomb is in the hands of Caesar, so we'll have to see what kind of play they are going to make. Right now, they're looking over towards that B site. And we've got a great head glitch being held by ZZ here. Shark with a nice little jump shot. Going to clean him up, and that's going to bring us down to a 1 versus 1. Did go in favor of Derox for Mont last time we had a 1v1 situation, but now it's Shark up against Jace. So very, very different matchup.
Oh!
Information's out, and Jace brings the heat.
Yo, Shark, you're a freak, bro. Like, if he hit that, would have been nasty. I caught it from his angle at first, and then I swapped over to Jay as he was hitting the finishing shot. Jay didn't need but one. Shark needed a few. And this time around, he is finally clutched it up for the boys. Well, this time around, it's map point. Neil going to be able to shut him down finally. And here comes the boys over Explosive. It's not over with until it's over. Zay's getting dropped. Sekou going to be able to find one. Fahim outs. Down to 2. Shark's been able to take down 1. It's all on the Derox. Can they close it out here? They cannot. We're going to another round. 6-4. As we're heading into the 11th. Still map point in favor of the boys over at Mont. But, as I mentioned a moment ago, it ain't over until it is over. Exclusive. Still hanging on by a thread here.
All right. Well, it's definitely a little bit spicy of a situation, right? You know, we were talking earlier that we thought Exclusive might win in 3-0 fashion, but possibly 3-1 if Mont were going to have a good surge performance. And so far they've been able to, but yikes is about as right as you can get there. I mean, that was such a fast round. I mean, almost over as quickly as it started. And Exclusive now just trailed by 1 point. This next round of victory, if they were able to get it, would lock us into some overtime. But Jace Puts up kill number 9. Oh, ZZ. Oh, ZZ.
Mike, did you watch that?
Unfortunately.
Oh, man, lost him through the smoke. There's just no way you don't follow through for that one. Jay going to be able to open up with another. Zay's able to like to have that gunfight back, but he is, so far, the only casualty. The Shark lurks on. Creed says, hold the phone's verdict. Jay out. Creed in. Bomb's made its way over towards this B site. It was Shark holding down the line on blue. We've got an interesting one. We'll see if Fahim can shut down this bomb plant before it does proceed to be laid down. It does not look like they're going to be rushing this one. They're going to be, however, looking for any kind of intel and information. We'll note where Shark is on the map just in case anything were to happen through that site. He has got it locked down for the time being. He's got 2 about to come through. Actually, just one. Is one is going to be able to lurk right into the middle. The wallbang's going to come through. Derek's going to be able to shut him down. Krieg going to be able to find one of return, and we got a clean 2v2 here. This one is for the map.
All right, well, this is certainly getting to be exciting. This 2v2 could be getting us overtime here. Bomb plants down to 15 seconds, and a move has not yet been made by Mont. Derek's going to find one onto Creed. Can he follow it up? He's getting the shots. He gets the kill, and just like that, Mont are going to come through and win the search and destroy in 7-5 fashion. My goodness.
Did Derek's get all 3 of those?
Yeah. Yes, he did.
He got all 3 of them with wallbangs, right?
Absolute Chad gamer. I tell
wow. What a performance. I for sure didn't think he knew where Shark was. And I shot over to Shark's POV and he just started eating bullets to the wall. I look up and I'm like, oh, damn, Derek's is here? He's got a Holger? He's about to shut down. This one's about to be absolute chaos. And boy, was I right. Derek's. The last 3 to seal this one up. No overtime needed. The 7-5 victory. We said it could be a 7 or a 3-1. I for damn sure didn't think it was going to be a loss in the search and destroy on slums. Mont, you're kind of nasty with it. Kind of nutty.
Yeah, definitely a great position for them to be in. And as a result, they're going to guarantee us a game 4 in this series. And could go either way. Could go all the way to a game 5. And if it does, Mont, you've only got to find one of these upcoming respawns, either the control or the hardpoint. You could guarantee that 5th round to search and destroy. And maybe that is your comfort position. But we'll see, obviously, as we get ready to roll on, because one team could come through and win both the control and the hardpoint. So we'll see. But, man, Mont showed up when it came to the end of that search and destroy, especially Derek's.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like I said, those wallbangs just, I mean, absolutely freak with it. And certainly, I mean, he got into, I remember swapping over and seeing him get the first with the wallbangs. And then he knew that there was another one there just based off of the damage indicator. I don't know, man. Very educated wallbangs. Very, very stout performance. Again, that round didn't win them the game. It won them the game, but their stout performance off the rip. They went up 4-2. They remained in the lead all throughout the game. They never gave it up. So it was a well-executed performance. And just one crazy freak round at the end. We have to go back and rewatch that one because, my God, it's certainly going to be a, one to talk about. If this one comes to, further than game 4 per se, or hey, maybe it does shut out in game 4, and like you said, maybe it's the team that wins the control, that wins the hardpoint. Maybe that team's Mont. Really?
Maybe. I wouldn't count my chickens before they hatch, but
Well, I've learned that you don't count chickens in EU ever. You don't count anything in EU until it's already done.
Understandable. Definitely reasonable there.
All right. Well, Troll Raid. It's what's up next. We got a game 4 brought to you by the 7-5 victory in the search and destroy. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into the action. It is, again, the Raid. It's going to separate these two? Who's going to take the advantage? This is not a best of 3. This is a best of 5. May the best team win.
All right, well, we got things heading your guys' way. Does look like our control is going to be a defensive start for the side of Exclusive here on Raid. Keem going to find one onto Neil. ZZ going to find another onto Caesar. This could be a very early B plant coming through, or their B capture rather, coming through for the side of Mont if they're able to keep things rolling. They're almost at that second tick of B, and it's going to get interrupted for now, but only Caesar there. He gets taken down quickly, and this B capture is looking good right now.
It is looking good. Second tick solidified. Third tick done. Minute 20 going to be pushed up to 220. And a live count, literally 2 separating these. Plenty of bodies to throw out at the objective. Not a ton of time, though. We'll see what they can do now as the race over towards the A site is going to find Jace there quickly. But no map control means he hops this hill. There's going to be plenty of gunnies focusing him. Money shot's not going to land. Anybody's up there. Hello. Right inside the sniper perch. One's there. He's going to get shut down. So 22-19. It is Mont taking a little bit of an advantage, but Neil trying to get through the back lines is going to be able to find a 2-piece. And from this range, the CPR just, I mean, absolutely nasty in his hands.
You are absolutely right there. And, man, CBR is a weapon that has stuck around the meta ever since it has been introduced. Even when we saw things like the Switchblade come out, the CBR get some nerfs, you still saw it just for the comfort and range versatility, and it still holds up to this day. So as a result, you see a lot of it in the meta. You see a couple Switchblades, you see a couple Fenix as well, but big kill for Fahim there to take down Neil.
That was, I mean, he'd been up there for a while, bro. Like, I mean, you're talking about someone just shoving it down your throat in bedroom. Man, that is terrible right there to see. Neil finally going to be just absolutely taken down. He is going to be griefed yet again. Fahim going to continue his journey on, though, as he's taking down a monster in Neil. Let's see if they can get the job done here as things start to come down to the wire. 50 seconds left to go. Shark from the window seal does find a 2-piece. And Mont not having very much success on the later half of this one. B, easy captured. A, not so easy, my friend.
All right, well, definitely expecting Exclusive to be able to clutch this one up. They're on the defense. They have a 2-life advantage. Make it 3 as Creed's able to take down Derox. And time is starting to dwindle away with less than 20 seconds. It does look like we get a body on the hill, but we're down to 5 lives. That means no more respawning. And with Derox falling, that means Derox is down for the count. Keem, Seku, Jayce, and ZZ to control things here. Shark finds one. Caesar follows it up with another. It's now Seku and ZZ. Seku's not long for this world. ZZ quickly gonna fall behind him as well. And the first round fairly convincingly goes in favor of the side of Exclusive, who are looking to take themselves a 2-1 advantage in the series off the back of a control win.
Oh, you're absolutely right. Take a look at the operators who is ready to go. Almost got everybody ready, with the exception of Creed, who got his relatively early, as he has been piecing this one. Caesar going to be able to, or Shark rather, going to be able to open up with a Sparrow. Seku and Veer going to be trading some shots. Here comes the Preddy from Creed. He's looking for map control as well as someone in the middle of it. It is certainly going to allow him to get out of the spawn, as he did take down 2. Caesar all over the objective, and, well, 26-25, second tick of progress is going to come through, and they're going to keep a little bit of a life lead along with it. So map control at an all-time high. Shark's going to be able to seep through that laundry site. They are still throwing bodies at this side of the map, but no longer for the B site. It's 2 minutes and 15. Almost a copy pasta from last round, with the exception that the life count now up to 5 there for the boys over Exclusive.
All right, well, definitely got to be a little bit worried on our rotations here if you are a Mont fan. You'd like to see them come through with at least a couple rounds victory here in the control to show that they have a little bit of what it takes when it comes to the respawns, but so So far, it largely feels like Exclusive maintaining control of the map right now, but here's where things can start to shift. You have a 4-life lead on the side of Exclusive, but now it's trying to make that A break, and there are so many positions that your opponents can advantageously defend from. So we'll have to see how it's going to come through. Fahim even goes as far as to pop the Annihilator. Misses shot number 1, misses shot number 2, but is going to land number 3. Through the smoke, going to take down Creed. We also have Neil falling here as well. And just like that, we're all tied up on lives or maybe a 1 difference right now. This one's coming down to the wire for this round.
Oh, it is, just like last. Certainly, cards are in the hands of Exclusive. Can they deal the pressure? There it goes. Shark good for 1, Creed for another. Caesar just absolutely lining them up and knocking them down. We're down to 6 on the right-hand side. To defend, they are all on the basketball court. Sekou holding on for dear life. He is going to get spotted. Caesar says, not so fast, my friend, you're dead. Zeze able to stay alive. He's able to get out of the mix, and he's got a Purifier. Where's the hit coming from? Neil, red like a book, shut down. 2 for the right side, 6 for the left. This one might be a waste of a Puri nonetheless. It is the last stand for the boys in yellow. Jayce playing his life to a T. But it's Viri who is able to farm him out of existence. So 28 seconds going to be stopped. Is Zeze going to need a 1v5 clutch and in search? That is damn near impossible in control. It's going to be the exact same case. 2-0 lead. Exclusive. Racking up the points early on. They hold all the power here in this control. They've got the life lead. They've got the ticks of progress tied, but again, that tie doesn't matter if you can't win your rounds.
You're right, it sure doesn't. And with a 30 on 30 lifeline can be very, very important to try to get your opponents down to those last 5s. Forcing them to play in a very defensive position can be enough to throw off their game. So we'll have to see if Mont can get themselves a little bit of a head for their offense here. They're once again actually having an incredibly fast B capture. So they're off to a good spot in that sense. Does look like Fahim be able to lock in that time along with Jayce. I think Jayce knows that Neil is up here in the laundry, but he might not. He should now, as Neil's going to get that kill on Derox, but Fahim is here for it. 13 on the board. Predator missile locked in for both Jayce and Fahim.
What? Don't know how that would miss. I know Jay scratching his head too. Fahim now going to try his luck with a Preddy. He don't miss, homie. Able to find 1 in the map there as a 2-life lead. Literally just counting them down at the moment. Mont in control for the time being, but in this control game, they have not been able to find 1 successful round on the attack or the defense. Must start here from now on out. They cannot afford any mistakes. On the back line, you've got 1 in Derox. He is pressing the spawns, baby. And through the rock, he's going to not be able to take down Caesar. God, what a freak. The movement absolutely uncanny. And he's going to be able to slither his way out onto the kitchen site. Or the backside of laundry, rather. And into the kitchen we go. It's Fahim. Only one objective still, you know, out in abundance. And Caesar, I don't know who is feeding you kills over here, bro, but you should not be able to do this. He's got ring control. They got the life lead as well. Man, how this one escalated quickly. The defense just turning and burning on him so far.
Yeah, and right now, very, very close. Only 2 lives separate these 2 teams, and Mont actually have themselves the advantage. Now, the big question is, can they make the break? Let me tell you, Creed, and just that corner has just been so good for him as far as racking up the kills on unsuspecting foes. Fahim gonna find 1 on the Shark. It's down to 6-6. Both teams' lives are about to be expunged. Sekou opting for the Sparrow, but is gonna drop. Kills himself as well. Mont have had every opportunity to win this round, and 2 players killing themselves might cost them. It's down to a 3 versus 3 verdict. War Machine out for Caesar. ZZ narrowly gonna escape the 1-for-1 trade.
Veer.
Oh, Veer gonna shut down Derox, and that's gonna leave just ZZ. And that is the end. Mont had everything in the bag there, got a little aggressive on the push, end up losing 2 players to a grenade and to a Sparrow. That That is rough. That one hurts.
That one hurts. You hate to see it. Obviously, that round didn't cost them the game. Obviously, it did, but you look back to that first and second, they looked lost on the map, bro. It just did not look like a collective game. We got down to crunch time, and when it mattered most, they folded. And that's all that matters. Right now, Exclusive take the keys back to this series in a very dominant performance on the control. I said it earlier, this is possibly one of their best maps in all of Stage 4. They played it to a T here in the Mobile Mayhem playoffs. Day 1 has been fruitful so far. This one gonna give us at least a fourth game. But does it end there now as we take a look at the post-game report? Pretty solid, you know, spread of kills. I mean, it wasn't like they just got completely fried on the map, but they struggled.
Yeah, they definitely did. But again, this is not an easy bit of competition they had to face today, right? This is, you know, Mont versus Exclusive. And at the end of the day, one of these teams went to Stage 5 or is going to Stage 5 and the other is not. And kind of seeing the results of that play out here as Exclusive now lead 2-1 fashion when it comes to our overall score in this best of 5. But it does not mean that Mont are out. We will have that game 4 coming your guys' way. It's going to be a hard point on Apocalypse. And if Mont are able to get through this hard point, maybe I start to believe a little bit more in their likelihood of being able to pull off an upset, because they actually looked really solid in their search and destroy not long ago.
Yep, very solid indeed, but you got to be able to make it there first. And well, the hard points, they didn't look great earlier. It didn't look bad by any means, but it was just something that wasn't clicking. The rotations weren't made early. They found themselves in a little bit of a pit. They were able to never really recover after that. So the deficit just continued to grow and grow and grow and grow. And by the time they got a control of the situation, it had already spiraled out. So we're going to see if this hardpoint's any different. It's a little more different. What's the verbiage I'm looking for? I don't know. I don't know how to speak anymore. It's Mobile Mayhem. It's been a crazy season so far, and I don't mean that in a good way. It's Apocalypse. Could be where this one ends for the night. Exclusive. Looking to put the finishing touches on it. Let's see what they can do.
All right, well, could be our final match of the night, depending on how Exclusive are able to pull things off here. Mont could send us to a game 5. Obviously, they've shown that they can take off maps from Exclusive, but the question is, can they take off a respawn? And I think that is going to be a fairly resounding no, in my opinion. But we'll see as things continue to roll on right now. P1, very difficult hold for the start here of Apocalypse. No operators, no score streaks, so plays very similar to most of our P1 situations. But Mont off to a couple point lead here, quickly answered back by the side of Exclusive. And we're really going to be looking at our next couple hills for opportunities to grab some points. I mean, obviously we have also one of the most powerful hills in all of Hardpoint on this map as well. So,
Fahim might have broken the code, but Spawn's still going to be locked in. Fahim now going to be behind enemy territory. He's made the compromise on the backside of the temple, and surely he's got to play his life to a T. Wait for the reinforcements. However, team barely making it across to the middle of the map. Fahim now going to be circled. And there it goes. Caesar going to be able to shut him down. Pressure was at an all-time high, but resilience there out of the boys over Exclusive. We'll have to go back and look at that one as it does unfold. 55 seconds into this next, or 55 seconds left on this B2. And one of the, possibly one of the hardest hills to break in all of Call of Duty Mobile. Certainly looking like it might be just more difficult now than ever. Now, as you see, there's no hope for a backside rotation. You've got 30 seconds left on the objective, and you have been read to a T so far. Front side not going to be occupied. Shark holding it down just through the mirror window, and certainly not much to fight for here on this one. Exclusive holding it down for dear life for the time being. It is just kills for days for them. Masterclass performance so far out of Exclusive.
Yeah, I mean, you're absolutely right there. And this is what we expect out of them for this matchup. It's looking like they want to just call things a night here. And this is our final game of the night. So very well could, this is our final match of the night, rather. But about an 80-point lead right now for the side of Exclusive is certainly not looking good for the side of Mont. Look at the kills as well. I mean, you've got Caesar, who did struggle a little bit in that last map. He's 15 deep already.
Yep.
We don't have someone in double digits for the side of Mont, and most of the players are very far away. 3 for Derox, 3 for Sekou, 5 for Jay-Say, 5 for Fahim. I mean, it is the Caesar show right now.
Yeah, this is an SMG's paradise, bro. Let them get these close quarter situations. That Switchblade will cut you up real quick. Shark gonna get caught cutting up. Is gonna be sent back to the spawn. Doesn't have too much further to go as we see the contest coming through. Not a lot of time racked up here for Mont. They'd rather be content playing the outskirts. And well, I mean, some operators gonna come through in pivotal times. Their Creep might have burned that one real quick. Zay is gonna have to have a last-ditch effort. Here comes the Predator as the setup for Nua is gonna come through. Creed able to find Fahim on the midst of that, and the setup there for Turtle is going to come through. Derox through the smoke, going to be able to find one. The setup looks like it's pretty solid as 3 come in through the feed for Mont. And they're trying to inch their way back in it. However, this one is starting to be a country mile length out of reach. And just like that, their setup absolutely spoiled within the first 5 seconds of the hill being open.
All right, well, into triple digits for Exclusive we go, and this hill looks like it is all under their control as well, which can be a difficult one. This is a very open point. We've got a Hunter Killer out, looking for a free kill, but it's not going to find ZZ. It's going to catch the top of a building, and finally, the time is going to be stopped, but it is only a matter of time before Exclusive get right back on. Now Derox with the claw pop, finds one on a low health Neil, and then immediately gets shut down. Some pretty unfortunate value for the side of Mont as Caesar continues to lay waste to his opponents. 3 coming through on that War Machine. My goodness.
Yeah, this is.
I remember Bobby asking if this was even a viable weapon not too long ago. Holy
exactly. Yeah, man. Yeah, Caesar, he's a wasteman. This is a wasteland. He is running ragged, rampant. 25 on board. Taking out the trash. Jay-Say finally going to be able to shut him down. Mont getting canned so far in this first set of hills. Not even looking competitive at this point. And we looked at an early P3 rotation that they might have been able to get 30 or 40 off of, but no, my friend. They haven't even gotten 30 so far in this matchup. And we're through a possibility of 250 points up for grabs. This has been a brutal one here for Mont. Exclusive. Don't take it easy on them, bro. These might be your little brothers. These might be your youngest, but let me tell you, they got to learn their lessons early on in life. Caesar going to shut down the Purifier. The burn is going to come through. That is going to be the operator wasted for him. And the early setup for P2 is going to come through. They need a full 60 and then some.
Well, sir, you are certainly right there. And while Derox coming through with his 9th kill on the board, can't find the ability to overcome it. Very there, though, and now with a 120-point lead on the side of Exclusive. This one is starting to look a little bit more difficult to overcome. There were opportunities during that first hard point where it looked like maybe
3 and 4. 3 and 4
happen.
was definitely, you know, opportunities that were wasted. This one also burned.
Yes.
Did you see where Veer spawned as soon as he died in the right-hand side of the map, right in front of gold right here? He immediately spawns right in Temple. And then everybody in blue was all onto the map, onto the backside. They get the flip, and the hopes for Mont comeback might have just left the building on the backs of this P2 rotation being spoiled. An early setup, nothing to show for it. Finally going to be able to get the break, but, I mean, your opponents are flirting with 200 now. You just now hitting the 50-point club. In an absolute just monster of a performance out of Exclusive. And, well, Caesar's at the head of the pack, man, and he is just doing Caesar things. He's got a 2.0 KD. He's got 50 seconds in the objective. Like I said, this is an SMG's map on these points. Like P3, it is a hard way to go out. Mont put up a hell of a fight, but this Hardpoint, way worse than the last.
All right, well, absolutely huge coming from the side of Exclusive, about to cross into the 200-point mark, and they are making this final push look absolutely uncontested. Again, there were opportunities in the first Hardpoint where it looked like Mont may be able to turn things around. There's honestly just no chance at this point, right? I mean, we're talking back-to-back-to-back full holds for them to even catch up, let alone actually take the victory. So we'll see as things keep rolling on right now, but with only 46 points to go for Exclusive, and the way that the past couple hills have been going, the way the kill feed has been going, I'm just not expecting anything out of Mont.
Yeah, this has been a lopsided map, to say the least, and this was a map selected by Mont. Derek's holding up the last little bit of line as a life there as the backline spawns is what is being fought for. He is going to get taken down, but he is going to be rewarded. And a little bit of uncertainty now. Where is this hit going to be coming from? It's being predicted pretty well. And, well, if you're going to make a comeback, it's got to spark somewhere. That might be it. They've been able to get a little stability with the predictions of the spawns. And for the time being, they're going to be able to hold off the break for Exclusive. Shark going to be able to chuck a god-tier nade. And, well, that only leaves one on the objective. Jay doing the most. But it is not going to be at all, by any means, enough to get the job done. Creed, all the way through with box gloves are out. He's going to get shut down, but it is Exclusive getting the break. 15 seconds left for grabs. There goes a Hunter Killer that's going to be able to knock one. Man, the feed is lighting up both sides, getting their fair share of it, but it is Blue that is going to preoccupy a majority of it. With 30 seconds left to go here in this one, P1 certainly could be what we see a lead getting chipped away at, but more importantly, Exclusive, they don't need to play the objective. They can play for these spawns, and that's exactly what Shark's doing. What a freak.
Just shy of 25 points to go for the side of Exclusive, and Mont have been able to find themselves into triple digits, but again, the way the feed has just been going, I don't see this one lasting a whole lot longer. Got feet on for Shark, but he's going to drop. You've also got Very in on the point. Annihilator in hand, looking for some action, but his teammates are going to clear it out first. There's time on the board for the win here. All we got to do is shut down Sekou, and that might be it. We've got opportunities to touch here, but with the positioning, with the firepower that we have, with the multiple players stacking the hill, I think it's very, very unlikely it makes it past this hill, but it does look like the desperation push is going to make it. And spawns are in favor of Mont for new, but again, back-to-back full holds needed just to catch up. And it doesn't even matter, the 0-second tick going to be enough. Oh, unfortunate for the side of Mont.
Unfortunate, but destined. I mean, if it doesn't end there, it certainly ends in P2, if not P2, P3. And there's no way. You haven't looked flawless all game long, all series long. Even in the search, you had to work for your money. Right there. I mean, it was the Caesar show. We were just all invited to spectate probably one of the most gruesome displays of violent gameplay and utmost best shots ever out of Caesar, man. He has been just, I mean, so dynamic, especially on a map like that. He struggled a little bit in the Hardpoint arsenal, but as I mentioned earlier, Apocalypse, this is up close and personal. There was nothing personal about this one, all business. Felt personal, though. Minute 20 on the clock, 47-25, a freak of a game from him and Exclusive. Well, they take the 3-1.
All right, well, Caesar, the respawn legend of this Exclusive team, coming through, dropping a nice 47 kills there to round out our Europe day. And then not only on top of that, he also brought a minute 20. So almost 2 KD, over a minute objective time. You really can't ask for much more out of him there. Likewise, you also had Shark, who may have not been super positive. He was 31 and 30, but came just shy of 2 minutes on the hill as well. So definitely the two standout players here for the side of Exclusive. You look over at the opposition, and, well, it's very easy, Verdict, to tell how one-sided something was. You
Yeah.
have a single player that went positive in JSay at 35 and 31. The rest of the team, -5 for ZZ, -9 for Fahim, -14 for Darox, and -17 for Seku. Just not going to be able to maintain the map control that you need, especially against a team like Elusive. And as a result, Mont just kind of got steamrolled that final game.
No, kind of got steamrolled, is taking it light. We're going to take it back to the host desk, who's not going to take it light on them. Let us know what the breakdown was. Be brutal as you can, girl. Deanna, talk to me. That series, close at points, so far from reach at others.
Yeah, I'm actually impressed with the S&D that we had. Like, after I thought that Exclusive gonna come and do 3-0, Mont actually surprised me very, very nicely. And that actually S&D was so good on their side, right? At some point I was like, damn, Exclusive, are you guys sleeping or something? Okay, but yeah, they actually did come back with 2 hardpoints that were like very, very like good on the side of Exclusive, right? We did had such a big gap between points, especially on the Arsenal map, and then coming into the Apocalypse too. Right, it felt like Mont had such a hard time to actually encounter every, like, you know, rotation or every gunfight with them. And then the control, we did saw a raid, right? But I'm still a little bit sad because we didn't get a chance to see a 5th game for control. Now I'm still trying to get used to it, and I feel like the players are trying to get used to the control as well. So yeah, definitely it's something that I want to see more like. Wait, today's Monday. I wanted to say next week, but I realized today's Monday. Friday, right? Friday. But yeah, overall it was a very interesting game, and I did enjoy the fact that we had 4 games, not 3. But yeah, it wasn't as brutal, you know. At this point I don't want to bash EU more because I think I did enough already today. But Verdict, do you want to go over the brackets to see what happened today and what's gonna happen in the future?
Oh, absolutely. We'll take a look at it together. We'll see what happened today and what's going to happen in the future, as you mentioned it. Certainly our first matchup of the night, Mobility and Lux Eterna, went about the way we expected. Mobility come through with a 2-1 win in a dominant Search and Destroy and Control victory. We roll on into what our second matchup of the night was. It was Kings 3-0 over Mobility as they played the winner of that first series. Explosive and Mont fight it out in a 3-1 episode, which leads us to our semifinals. Kings and Exclusive set to play at a later date. What we will be battling through in the next day, though, will be the losers round 1, as well as the losers round 2. Wait a minute. How are Lux and Mont playing together? It's a weird way of seeing. I guess, I don't know. Mont's going to have to battle it out against Lux, and the winner of that one will face off against Team Mobility. The winner of that will face off against the loser of the Kings and Exclusive matchup. So we've got our work cut out for us in a very extensive playoff run, considering we don't have all 8 teams that we normally would.
Yeah.
So we're having to maneuver around some circumstances. 6 teams, whatever. Is it just 5 that we have now? RIP.
Oh,
to be brutally fair, that is because Europe has shown season after season disrespect for their own region. So I mean, what can you do?
I wanted to say it, but yeah.
I mean, we were all thinking it, but we appreciate you for saying it, Dave.
I'll say it. Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
I appreciate it. I think I was very brutal with you this kind of couple of days, and I wanted to give it a break. Guys, take the spotlight. Be ruthless to EU. But yeah, definitely. As I said before, I feel like this was one of the, like, I don't know, weirdest season I had here, and I'm here for 1 year now, right? And I don't know, teams dropping out, didn't show up, forfeiting, not respecting some rules that are like here for like months now, not new rules. You know, if there would be a new rule that is break, I would understand, but not rules that are in place for like months now. You know, it's just like shown, like, I don't know, I just don't want to say it, but like, yeah, shows EU on the side. But they do want to go over the results of the day. Maybe people missed it. Okay.
I thought we already went over the results. Yeah, we already went. We can just close it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, we definitely did that already.
Okay, that's true, because you said you talked about the brackets. But yeah, I thought you want to show the GFX as well. But yeah, well, if that is all, this was our broadcast today. Verdict, if you have anything to say before we end.
Nope, that is it. That is going to do it. I think we'll be back live for Friday for the second day of playoffs. I'm not sure if that's where we'll finish the season off on or what the case is, but we'll be sure to post it on Twitter and just make sure you're following.
Exactly. And follow the YouTube for MOBA Mayhem, right, to be able actually to go and see the live streams if you did not catch any of them. There are, I think, the NA one and every broadcast from MOBA Mayhem, so if you're interested you can actually check them here, and don't forget to follow these awesome casters because they are amazing and I'm really happy to be here as always. And yeah, Jay, do you want to add anything?
No, I think I'm pretty much good to go if you guys are.
Okay, I'm good to go. So we're gonna hear the word from our sponsor COD Mobile, and we're gonna prepare an awesome raid for a streamer, and we're gonna be back Friday. So take care. Bye.
Bye.